hello. Well, this is a surprise. None of us expected to be here on Tuesday, but we're glad we can be here for you to make up for the sessions that we missed before. So welcome back for everybody who's returning to Nat Disaster Session 3. For everybody who's here for the first time, awesome. Love ya. Check out the first 2 sessions on YouTube. Sorry about the audio quality on there. But I am the Dungeon Master here, Brian Creevy. Person who's running around and everything. He'll be back there in a second to introduce himself. But that's Brian Maines over there. Over in the corner, we got a guest who's just there.
He's not important.
Next after that, we got Asia with the sunflower laptop in front of her, wearing her fabulous, chaotic, gay shirt.
I don't think you actually can see it on screen. It's too bright.
And boom.
It says chaotic gay. Brian bought it for me.
Very fitting.
Yes.
Over next to her, we got Vicky.
Hello.
And on our separate screen, we got Callum, the majestic man with the amazing beard.
True.
I guess I should point this way. Is that way correct?
Once
Or is
he's
it
all
that
set and
way?
everything, I'm sure
Is
we'll
it
get
mirrored?
him
I'm
and
not
everything
sure.
too. But thank you guys
see
for
in a
joining
second.
us again.
Yeah, I'll be here in a second. I need to plug in my laptop.
Well, maybe you should have been more prepared.
Dude.
Alright, well, as we said in the first couple sessions, we are a new D&D streaming session. And their food is here, so sorry.
Sorry,
Nat Disaster.
Taco Tuesday.
We have been completely on brand this entire game so far, but we're getting better.
It's not gonna get better. I want it to get worse. I want more subscribers, but worse.
But we
Oh, I also got a haircut.
yes, Asia did. For anybody who was here in the first couple sessions, look at that majestic new haircut.
Wow.
Hey Sokka, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Yes,
Right,
she's
deafening.
basically Sokka.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are still a new session and everything. If there's anybody who would like to provide any type of artwork for us or any type of music and anything, we'd be happy to shout you out and provide it. As you can see on our standby in the beginning, our middle session, and at the end, we have artwork from my friend London Kopek, XX Pulp on Twitter and Tumblr and everything. He is amazing. Thank you for providing all that artwork for us. And yeah, follow us on our Twitter, our Instagram. It is at NatDisasterDND on both of those. We're going to be trying to get a little bit more active on there. Twitter is definitely the spot for all of our call-outs for what's going on in our sessions, just so everybody can know when we do have them. And yeah, I think that is all I have for before game intros, announcements, and everything.
Before we start, did everyone retweet our tweet on that
Yes.
disaster?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, retweet.
Oh, someone give me
When
my
do I
food.
tweet?
Taco Tuesday.
food.
Your
Taco
Fiesta's
Tuesday.
in the bag.
There, you heard
Why
that.
is it such a big
Is it
bag?
on the side? There's a fiesta in this bag.
Yes, there
This
is.
is a huge fucking bag.
Taco
Why is it so big?
Tuesday.
Oh my god, they gave me chips.
Yeah. So, in a moment, we're gonna begin. Once everybody's all situated, just letting Vicky. She's getting
Yeah,
food
everyone's
soon,
audio
but
seems fine. That's
for
good.
those of you who weren't here last time, she was unconscious. So we'll get back to that and everything. So, all right. As long is everybody all set? Is everybody all ready themselves?
Yes.
I
Yes.
believe
Common.
so. Stream sounds good.
All right. Perfect.
My job's done.
Well, no. Now you need to be a paladin who has absolutely no memories and.
Has no clue what the fuck's going on.
Yep. Your job has just
Pretty
begun.
true.
All right. So, let this disaster unfold. So, last time we had our ragtag group of adventurers. They all were woken in a bar together, the tavern, the Hunter's Branch Tavern. And they went around town, they went to a few shops. They went and met up delivered their services as Jinrash, the Dragonborn, had delivered some benches. And Kyren and Nock, still getting food, needed to deliver a jar to the local cleric of the town. They had met up with cleric and who is with a interesting water elemental named Nari, and it's a little bit shy at first, but they did end up having interaction. Kyren did speak a few words with it. Afterwards, they did go to a shop with Trell's trinkets, everything very much out of their price range, except for the local survival gear, which afterwards followed up by them taking a quick trip down the river on the local town transportation, rafts that can just float down the river. And they met up at Maka's Mysteries, where everybody, for the most part, not everybody, you guys didn't get anything, but most everybody else got something to their liking. Naresh, the bard of the group, he ended up getting something called the Never Break Plate, which is a magical item that he used in the battle of the last session. Nock ended up getting a weird thing around their wrist, something very similar to this in terms, and they couldn't
thing.
figure out exactly what it is, but it did tick every second. So they had no idea, and even Naresh identified it. It wasn't a magical item, so that's something for them to further investigate. But soon after that as well, they all attended the Preservation Celebration, a celebration that takes place every 22 years in celebration of the heroes who brought the world out of the darkest age. No worries. After doing a few activities, Nock in a few archery competitions with her rival,
That's me.
she ended up going to play darts. Kyren ended up getting her face painted. Jinrash failed at hammer throwing.
Yeah.
Bracket succeeded at hammer throwing. And
I succeeded.
and everybody, and Naresh also did some apple bobbing as well, and everybody got stuffed animals.
I did archery
That's
too. I
true.
made a new friend.
Yes, and you did meet one new friend, Kinray. And soon after, the festivities were getting near their end. There was a celebration at the end, a little meeting at the stage as the night got low. Muri, the local cleric, the person who was entrusted with the jar of preservation from Kyren and Nock, she ended up opening the ceremony and having everybody, aw, you're so nice, and having everybody take a jar and ask them to put in their most prized possession into the jar to pray and thank the heroes for everything they did to preserve what is most precious to them. Soon after, though, everybody who had eaten an apple at the beginning of the festivities suddenly felt a strange pain in their stomach and started collapsing as the
Hooray!
apples were poisoned. Soon after, the people who were giving out the jars and the apples started to transform, and jackal-wares were surrounding the area. A giant hellhound and what appeared to be two vampire spawned at the front of the stage. Skeletons started coming out of the ground, and utter chaos was unleashed. While the vampires were fighting with Muri and Zorkelton and Non-Vocal, the cleric, the mayor, and the captain of the local guard in this town, the rest of the group and the other local adventurers nearby helped fight off against the jackal-wares, the hellhound, and the skeleton. While there was a close call with our bard against the hellhound, our ranger ended up getting the final kill before getting knocked down herself. And the session ended as all the monsters were defeated, and Muri and Non-Vocal knocked the vampire spawns off the stage, one of them right in front of Naresh, looking up and saying, "There you are," before Non-Vocal ended up jumping down and smiting that vampire.
I'm the only one that heard that shit.
And that is where we ended last session, and where we're picking up. So, as that final blow has been hit upon the vampire, its body starting to deteriorate right in front of Naresh. Kyren's body still in panther form, Nock's unconscious body on the ground right next to them, and Bracket and Jinrash running over. Muri runs up to the group and everything too, right over in front of everybody. Is everybody okay?
So, I'm gonna growl real menacingly at Naresh over here before turning back into myself.
And then Muri looks down and sees Nock down on the ground. All the carnage around, people collapsed on the ground, running and injured. And she pulls out this staff. She clicks one quick button on it, and then both ends of the staff open up. They're six-sided flamed rod. And
Ooh.
she ends up hitting one button on it, and it starts glowing a divine light. She's like, "Everybody just hold on." And she uses her channel divinity to do preserve life. Everybody near her, basically she can divide up 100 HP to the people nearby. So everybody, not Naresh, can restore.
Can I take 33?
You can take 33.
Nice.
Everybody can restore their hit points to their maximum.
Wow.
I didn't lose any.
I don't know if you took any damage.
Crazy,
If you
wow.
did, you're now back to full.
Yeah, if it was 1 or 2
Mhm.
HP.
And then
I didn't lose any.
Not
afterwards, Muri one more time walks a little
I know
bit
you.
further and uses Preserve Life once more. You can see people around who are collapsed, bleeding. Their wounds start to close up and start rising slowly.
Holy cow. Oh,
She-
wow.
Muri walks
That's
back.
why you'll be in, like, 10 levels.
Muri walks back to the group and kneels down at Nock as she's regaining consciousness. Are you okay?
Kinda. Yeah.
And she extends her giant Loxodon hand out to try to lift you to your feet.
She, like, lifts me above, because I weigh, like, nothing. So she probably lifts me, like, above the ground.
And I'm
And-
probably seething at this point. There's like steam coming out.
I'll
of
be
my
And
like-
just remember, you two are still poisoned.
I'll
So.
be like, wow.
So,
Thank
Just 'cause I have a
you.
stomach ache doesn't mean that I'm not mad.
and at this moment, she does quickly, as she's lifting up Nock, look at Naresh, give him an odd look, before turning back and looking over at Nock and
I'll say,
Kyren. Are you guys here? It looks like you guys been affected by whatever that was. And she puts both of her hands on your shoulders, and twice in a row, lesser restoration on you guys to cure you of your poison condition.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you. I wasn't making me feel too hot, so thank you.
Thank you. Oh my god.
And-
me feel
That teaches me to eat apples.
Not.
That teaches me to eat an apple that I'm given by a stranger. Like,
You can hear non-vocal yelling over, Ivo, Damien, Arik, start getting some people over to the stage. Let's make a makeshift infirmary over there. Get going! And they start scattering around,
And
getting
we're just
everybody off
watching
the
them, like,
ground,
good.
helping people over.
Yeah, I will just be like, wow. Who were those people? Do you have any idea who those people were?
And then Muri, just still panting and everything. I have a faint idea. And as
Can
she's
I?
speaking out those words very quickly, you guys hear a crack. And she looks up, and you guys can all turn around, and you see this Italia's Promise structure. The weird symbol with the claws and the black center core, the white mist circling around it. You see the black core crack. And another crack opens up on it. And it starts,
Yes.
and Muri really quickly just, no, and pushes you guys out of the way. You guys might get knocked down a little bit if you are a little bit woozy off your feet. She runs up,
Nope.
she has the staff
I'm
open
probably
up.
on the ground.
She pushes past Bracken and Jinrash, who are
Yeah,
in
she's
her way in
strong.
the aisle. And she walks up to the everything. She
That's not good.
holds her staff up once more, shining divine light. Tyvor, I beseech thee, protect the seal! And utter silence as everybody's suddenly looking over there and sees Muri holding up her staff. Nothing happens for a moment, and then you see part of the seal crack and fall. But as it's falling, it stops midair. And then suddenly, from behind it, you just see out of nowhere, blue incorporeal chains just rise up out of the ground and surround the entire structure, entangling over Zytalia's body right across the seal. Everywhere except the jar that's held out front is now entangled in blue chains, and that part that cracked out is now just hanging suspended in midair. Everybody's starting to run that was near the statue, trying to get over the stage. Non-Vocal and Zorik Elton are just rushing people over to the stage as Muri's just standing there holding her hand. She slowly puts it down, taking some more deep breaths.
What just happened?
Yeah.
I'm probably not scared because I'm on the ground because she pushed me over. First of
think-
all,
That seems
From
like
the
we're gonna fight in some shit.
I mean, I
from
think
the
that's
ground, I'm
seal.
just going. Excuse me, is that bad?
Are you and you guys are all grouped together in a group in the
Yeah.
center
At this
and
point, yeah.
everything?
Yeah.
I'm still giving him death glares, but yeah.
Muri turns from the structure now, for the moment, sure that everything is at least okay, and she turns to all of you guys. She has the jar in her hand. She's like, I don't know everything that's going on, but I have an idea. I know this isn't what you guys signed up for, but I need to get everything straightened out here. Could you 5 meet me over at my sanctuary, my house we were at
Absolutely.
earlier?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
10-15 minutes. Just let me get everything else situated here.
Yeah. We'll meet you there.
Okay. And she brushes past you. Thank you. And she rushes over
Okay.
to the infirmary where everybody's getting rushed over, helping a few people off the ground. And now the floor is open to
The
you guys.
moment she's out of sight, I turn to this bitch and be like, how about we ask you what's going on, considering they know you?
They know him?
What?
What? Last words out of that vampire's mouth was, oh, there you are. Why do you know them, Naresh?
It's the Fulfillmers.
Who?
I know them because I've been hunting them, and they've been hunting me in turn.
So why did they destroy the entire town?
That I don't know.
Do you think that they were able to, like, track you or something? Did they do this for
Likely.
you?
That's likely.
Because you almost got my best friend killed, and I'm not about that right now.
I mean, like, that's a whole
I
different
didn't
thing.
have anything to do with her almost being killed.
Don't patronize me.
To be fair, it's kind of my own fault. I got too close.
Don't patronize me.
But if you hadn't gotten so close to that monster, I wouldn't have had to come closer to you. You shouldn't get out of range of people. What if you had fallen? I wouldn't have ever been able to get you and heal you.
Yeah.
You could have died.
We could all.
You almost did.
We all could have died here.
I almost did.
And I'm sorry about that. I truly, truly am. I meant you no harm. I mean all of you no harm.
Are there more of them that are able to come?
I have no idea.
You don't know if you're being hunted by other people.
I suspect that I am,
Oh, hell no.
but I have no idea if I am being hunted by more vampire spawn or vampires.
Well,
I
we're
mean,
gonna-
we knew he was a vampire hunter. He told us that.
I
So,
think it's-
I mean, it makes sense that they would want to come after you. I mean, if you're killing their kind, that kind of makes sense. But I can't believe that you would get so close. I mean, what were you thinking? Punching a hellhound? What are you doing? You're a bard!
Yeah.
You should be
It was the only
singing
thing I
from
could
like
think of. The plate
50
didn't
feet
come back to
back.
my hand like
In the future, if you're in a fight, don't get out of range of those around you who could help you. It's dangerous. You could
Yeah,
have
that-
fallen. You almost got your
you
head
guys should have
bitten
been
off.
behind me.
You ran the wrong direction, Brian.
Well, they were surrounded, so.
Jinrash.
Jinrash, you ran the wrong direction.
I'm
You
just-
went backwards.
I'm literally just
Not
like
towards the
legit
hellhound.
fuming in the background, staying quiet at this point.
But as you are all having this discussion, you can take a moment and you look around and you do see a bunch of injured people all over getting helped over to the stage. It's the tents where the apples were being
Can I go
given
check
out
on
to.
the ones that helped us?
Who?
Kinray and his sister.
By now they've moved over to the stage and everything. They've been helping people as
Okay.
long as Faeror is over there as well.
Okay.
As you guys are you guys going to approach over
Where's
to
the stage?
Yeah, I want to
the
go.
stage?
Where's Colin?
I want to go check on Faeror.
You don't see him at the moment.
Yeah, we're gonna go check on everybody.
I'm
So
gonna
we're
check
going
on
to
Faeror.
the
Yeah.
So
We're gonna
everybody-
help grab people to bring them to the stage.
Yeah, if there's anyone that looks particularly injured, I will go over to them and cast Cure Wounds on them if they look very, very unwell.
For the most part, in your immediate vicinity, everybody seems to be not injured
Okay, because
anymore.
of-
Muri
okay,
has
Muri,
been able
yeah.
to heal a bunch of people in
Okay.
the area. There are some people who are out of the radius, but they've been already helped. They're getting helped over
Okay.
to the infirmary right now.
Alright, we're going
On
to
the ground,
stage.
on the ground in front of you, you guys see jars just laying all over the ground.
can I
I
get my
will
jar?
look for my
Yeah,
jar.
I'm looking for my jar. You're
Yep.
taking my thing out of it and putting
Same.
it back on my armor.
All right, you didn't put anything.
Oh,
in
yeah,
there,
I was
never mind.
smart.
Neither did you.
Should grab a jar.
Do I have to,
We're just
do
gonna
I have
take
to
the
roll
jars.
to find it?
backpack and
Why are you
like
gonna bring them to the
Yeah,
stage?
I'm gonna say everybody who's looking, because Naresh, you also had your jar with your most prized possession. Everybody who's looking for the
I
jar,
would like to retrieve that as well.
yep, just quit. You guys know the general location, so it shouldn't be too hard. Just roll investigation checks, you three.
Where the hell are my dice?
Yeah, you're.
18.
Thank you. And mine. Oh god, I rolled a nat 1!
Oh my
That's your
God.
first that one of the game.
It's the first nat anything, and it's
Could
a
I
fucking
maybe
1!
help her find her since I rolled well?
What was yours, Naresh?
I got a 21.
Okay. Very easily, you guys are able to find the exact seats you guys were at. Kyren is a little bit freaking
I'm
out
crying.
the fact that the
I'm
jar's not
crying.
around, and Nock and Naresh, at the same time as you guys are picking up your jars, you guys both notice Kyren's jar right there next to you.
I'll
And
grab
I'm
it.
literally crying.
I'll
I couldn't
immediately
find
grab it and go.
Mhm. And your backpack is under the seat where you left it, so you can retrieve that as well.
And I'll put my necklace
Okay,
around my
can I
neck
also
and
retrieve
cinch
the
it.
plate? Is that...
Yep, the plate is up near the stage. You threw it at the Hellhound when he was first
Yeah.
spawned in.
I don't
So-
think we lost anything.
Nope, you guys did
Oh.
not lose
Lucky
anything.
you! Wow.
Melee weapon.
Well, you did have to retrieve your shield. and
I'll
everything.
also,
You did
um,
throw your shield.
Okay, so I grabbed my shield.
But the shield was near everybody, so I'm just assuming it's right there. You also threw your axe, which was in the same spot, so it was
I'm
all
picking up
near
the
where
axe.
everybody was down. I would assume you guys.
Okay,
just
with
picked up
dried
there.
tears and like after
Can
I
I-
took the patch out and put it back on my armor, I'm walking already. I don't care if they're following me.
Yeah.
I'm already walking.
Can I
This is-
I'll
retrieve
take
the
a,
poison apple out of the thing I killed? Out of its mouth?
If
Cool,
you
I'm
go
gonna
over
grab
that
that because it's still
everything.
an apple, it's poisonous.
I'll take a second to
add
look
it to
for
your-
my arrows
Yep.
or other arrows that have been fired by
Alright.
other people.
With your 18 investigation check, I'm gonna say that out of those 5 or so that you fired, you were able to retrieve 3.
Okay.
So Kyren is already on the way. Naresh, have you already started back over to the stage, or are you staying with Bracket, Jinrash, and Nock as they take their time?
No, I'd like to go on my way to Muri. Muri's?
Muri.
Is that...
Are you
We're
going?
not going
Are
yet.
you
You
going
going
by
by yourself?
yourself over to the sanctuary? Or are you going to the infirmary where everybody else is going first?
Oh. They're going to the... I'd like to start over to her sanctuary.
Okay.
Get a moment to talk to her alone.
Well, Muri is over at the infirmary. She said that she would meet you guys in about 15 minutes. You can go over there ahead of time if you would like, though.
spell poison.
ISON.
That's fine.
Okay, so
That
you
sounds
had
about
so Naresh breaks away from the
P-O-I.
group in a little bit and goes over towards the
S-O-N.
sanctuary.
Mhm.
As Kyren is walking over towards the makeshift infirmary on the stage, she can see a lot of people getting helped around.
Still lost.
One in particular,
Uh-huh.
there seems to be about a middle-aged furbolg that can be seen walking between all the benches, where some of the people are dead on the ground. He does seem to be reached down to them, and it looks like he's talking to himself in a little bit, and then he just walks away over to the next one in a way. But you just see that as you're passing by. A lot of other people are getting helped over. Arik, even in the corner, he's helping somebody get over to the infirmary really
So
quickly.
I'm looking for Kinray and his sister.
And I'll be looking for Feyreor.
They're on the
once I get
they're on
over
the
there.
stage right now. Kinray is over on the stage. He's putting the healing packs
Yeah,
on
so
people.
I'm
trying
running
to
up
get
to
them.
them asking if they're okay. Be
Um,
like, hey, I haven't met this one, but I've met you. Are you guys okay?
And Kinray is just like, I mean, that was pretty crazy, but yeah, we're for the most part okay. And then Nock, you came over and said,
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're looking okay.
Thanks.
I got
and
worried and everything when, God, what the hell happened? And his sister and everything is just like, yes, I don't know what happened either, but I'm glad we were all able to help that situation.
Yeah, you guys did really
Yeah,
well.
you guys kicked
You guys are
ass.
like, I don't know, like soldiers or something. I don't know.
Competent is the right word. I believe.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
Kenner's just, we're just bartenders and everything. We help serve it.
Well,
over
that's
in-
a hell of a drink that you could put together then if you're just a bartender. Because I was,
No, every
Yeah,
now
which-
and then I could see them having to.
I turned to the
defend
sister
themselves
and
or
be
break
like,
up fights,
you
so-
have a knack for fighting.
Mhm. Well,
Wow.
me and Kinray have been training for a while. We do want to get out there a little bit, so just honing our skills a bit.
Cool.
If you're out there when we find you, I would like you on my side.
Yeah, it's
Well, maybe one day we'll run into each other. We're not planning
definitely
anything
wouldn't
anytime
want to
soon.
fight against you. That's
yeah,
for sure.
I'd like you to keep
That would be
liking me,
bad.
if anything. Thank you.
Friends rather than foes.
Yeah.
Well, I did like the animals that you were able to transform into.
Yeah,
was
isn't that
quite
fucking
interesting.
cool?
I wish I was able to do something.
Yeah,
like
like
that.
same. It's
And-
crazy.
It comes
Kid-
in
kid-
handy considering I don't eat meat per se as a person, but I will bite someone's face off.
And Kinray looking at it, he's just
You
like,
might
She
It's
like
better.
snorts.
you were amazing, Kyren. That was pretty cool.
Thanks.
At this time and everything, Non
That's my
walks
best
over to the
friend.
group and everything, and at first goes over to Bracket. And he's just like,
Give me 1 second.
I thank you all for helping us out in that situation, especially you. I like the creativity I saw out there on the battlefield.
Oh,
with
good.
you.
Someone saw the apple.
I-
Someone.
I
Yeah,
was
we
pay-
didn't see that.
We didn't see it, but I'm
So-
probably like
Oh,
talking
you
in my
did-
head like
Here-
what?
Oh, you didn't see?
Creativity?
I was very focused on the stage, but I was making sure everything was fine. It seemed he had decapitated one with an apple.
What?
I
That
did
doesn't
what now?
sound possible.
That doesn't sound
Oh, please
possible
move
at
again.
all. What happened?
As I went to, I swung and I was like, oh no, okay, well, we're finishing it off. And I shoved an apple through its face.
Through.
That's
True.
cool. That's cool.
All right, I'm glad you're my friend.
That's cool.
It worked out.
Yeah.
I also shot something through something's face, so I mean.
Nice.
I just
Nice.
bit. I just bit
Yeah.
faces. So.
For the most part,
Yeah,
the
we
apple
all like
that you
faces.
retrieved, it
We all
does
like
have a
faces.
little like teeth marks. It's a little messed up, but it is for the most part
Couple
still
teeth?
together. Yes.
Couple teeth.
That's fine. We can talk that out of.
And
Someone with better
where's your other friend? The musical one. I think it was the
Did
Bard?
wait, did we notice him leave?
If you guys, you guys
I'll
probably.
say he wandered off. I think he needed some time alone.
Well,
He knows what he's doing.
I wanted to personally thank him as well. He showed quite bravery out there. He took on that thing
Yeah,
headlong
we
by
noticed.
himself.
We
Oh,
noticed.
You
I'll
probably
relay the
should
message.
have.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tell him it's deeply appreciated.
Of course.
Got it.
The town of Ladris is thankful to all of you guys.
I will let him know. And then after we're done talking to him, I will search for Feyror.
Mhm.
I am worried about her.
Feyror is at the moment she is collapsed up against the stage, just sitting on the back of it. She's right near the band members who are actually packing
Okay.
up their things
I'll
at
go
the
to the
moment.
edge of the stage and drop down next to her
Mhm.
and just be like,
I'm behind her.
"You good?"
That was a lot different than hunting,
Yeah. I mean, we've fought beasts before, but
but
that was a big one.
never seen those types of beasts before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen something with more than one head.
Yeah,
It's kind of weird.
it was definitely different.
But I mean, good job. You kept your nerve.
And
That's
I
good.
just have a thumbs up behind her, like.
Thank you guys. Are you okay? I saw you fall. You got
Yeah.
knocked down over there.
Yeah. I'm back to full health.
Okay, well that's good.
I'm fully healed.
You
So,
got met?
are you okay? Are you hurt?
For the most part, I wasn't even touched, and she has a little smirk on her face there for a second.
Of course you weren't.
Stop feeling bad immediately.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like, whatever. No,
And I'm like, but hey, did you see how I shot it through its mouth? That was pretty cool, huh?
I will admit it was a good
Cool.
shot,
Pretty
but
cool.
you need to be a little bit more aware of your surroundings.
Yeah,
'cause-
next time I'll stand a little farther back. Don't worry.
Yes. All right.
And
well,
I'm just rolling my eyes in the back. Like, of course, she could turn like a life or death situation into her trying to be better. Like,
Yes.
Well,
Scorpions will be
if-
scorpions.
fair.
if
I
you
don't
don't,
say that out loud, but
if you don't mind,
Could
I'm
we
gonna.
whisper that in Druidic?
no. I think that'd be a little obvious.
No, I just say something underneath my breath in Druidic that translates to, why is she being such a bitch?
She looks a second. She's just like, well, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna pass out for the morning until the morning.
Don't mind at all. Go take a good
and
sleep.
knocks her head. And at that time, while you
minute.
guys were talking, you did notice the band had packed up and they walked away. It was a 3-member band and everything. One who has dark black hair down the side and shaved on his
Still
left
random
side.
ass band.
Another one, she's got pigtails and dark green hair. The other one, she's got a blonde fade and then kind of like a long center that just goes down and her
Like a
hair's
mohawk?
further. Yeah, it's kind of like a faux hawk a little bit and everything, but continues down as like braid down her back. It's blue streaks across the top. And they just walk away for the moment.
What's interesting about
I'm
dyeing your hair
watching
like
them
that
walk
in this
away.
time is you have to like dye it like every
And-
2 days.
Yeah, and
Kinda like
so
berries
at that
and shit.
moment
Wait,
and
can I be
everything.
watching them walk away and I just turn to Nock and go, did they even play music?
Mhm.
I don't remember any music, but maybe the beats.
Was it like background
We were focused
music?
on other stuff.
Maybe
We-
they played background music.
Oh,
Background
that'd be
music
cool.
during the
we
fight.
had like battle music going on.
So, and the only other thing that you guys can see in this area at the moment is you can see Fenrir. Fenrir did get a little bit injured. He's sitting on top of the stage.
Is he healed or is he not healed right now?
He's just getting bandaged on his arm. He
Okay,
does look
fine.
healed for the most part. And roll for anybody who's actually looking at Fenrir. If you guys are and everything, you can roll a perception check.
Yeah, why not?
18 again.
Wait, what I add?
16.
Perception. So 6.
Oh god, it's lower
I have
down
15.
on a stupid thing.
Okay. So everybody who did
16.
roll, anybody who did roll over is not a high DC above an 8 and everything. You can
Yeah.
see from the backside of the stage, because Fenrir is right on the corner, on the right hand corner. You can see Maka just looking out from around
Aw.
the corner. And everything.
Oh, Maka.
Oh, that's
Can I wave at Maka?
Yes, and Maka quickly sees and just like
Me.
darts
And
behind
Dodges away.
Stage
goes
a little
away.
Maka, come back.
Oh, I want
Oh, this is a
to
question. Is the stable,
like
stable boy
scan the
still
crowd
alive?
to look.
I asked
for,
already. I asked where the steel boy was. He
And
says that we can't
Naresh,
find
just so
him.
you know, I
Oh,
will
I
break
wasn't
to you
paying
once we
attention
have
what his
finished
name
up with
was.
everything here to see what you do on the way over there. Okay.
I want to keep an eye out for Hope and Urim
Mm-hmm.
And the stable boy.
to make sure that they're
Colin.
okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I like try to find Colin now?
With your perception checks and everything, you can see on the back of the stage and everything they wanted to keep the children further away. There's Colin, his mother Maza, and Urem.
Okay, I'm
Hope.
gonna run to Colin and just immediately look at him and his mom and be like, "Are you both okay?"
Colin is crying still. It's a little bit stopped now, but you can see the face paint is starting to run down his face a
Okay,
little
can I
bit.
ask him for a
It's like,
hug?
Maza's just like, he's a little bit shaken right now. If
It's like, I
he
just want
needs
to
a
love him.
space.
I want to make sure he's okay.
Urem is a little bit to the side with
It's a little
Hope on the ground.
Can I just be like, does anyone need a hug?
Her mother and Tia are just there making sure they're okay and everything. For the most part, they don't look injured and everything,
They
but
don't
they do
look
look
injured,
shaken a
okay.
little bit.
I still want to be
Tio-
the one that's walking around
Tio
like,
doesn't
anyone
look
need a
as
hug?
shaken and everything, as you can see with his missing arm. He has seen some
Yeah.
messed up things,
I just wanted to make sure that none of the kids were hurt.
Yeah.
and
Or
yeah, they
injured
seem
in any
fine.
way.
They're a little bit off to the side if you guys wanted to make sure, but they look fine for the most part
Okay,
from a
good.
distance.
Yay, no
I
dead
probably
kids.
would keep my distance, but just keep scan the crowd, make sure
She
everybody
probably needs
looks
to pull
okay.
me away because I'm probably having my
Yeah, I'd
arms
be
up
like-
and, does anyone need a hug?
And like,
Mm.
give
Maza
them more
just
space.
Maza just shh,
They're
come
in
on, and
shock.
takes his stuffed animal and hands it to him, and he just
I
holds it.
got
tight.
him that.
I just be like, relax, they're in shock. Just let them deal.
You know, people just died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We fight things on occasion.
But they're so little.
That's
They've
the,
never seen anything happen bad ever in their entire life.
When
So-
I was little, I would want a hug after that.
Okay. Well,
Well,
some
they're not
people
you.
are different, you know.
Damn.
Some people need a moment to
Some
breathe.
people
Maybe
don't
I
want
just need a
complete-
hug.
Okay. I like grab her around like her leg, probably. just,
like
like-
the hip. And then
Yeah, like her
No,
hip.
I'm just gonna sit down and be like, now you can hug me.
Okay. And I give her a hug and I like pat her on the back and like put my hands through her hair like I know she likes.
Eyes closed, just be like, I
Make
needed-
sure
I
she
needed
calms
that,
down.
Thank you.
And then I'll be like, we should probably make our way to Maury's.
Yeah.
She is
we need to
expecting
head
us.
over there now.
I want to go ask that water elemental some questions.
Alright. And as you guys get off the stage and you start heading down the path, Naresh. So, you had broken away from the group a little bit early. There isn't much foot traffic on the path as everybody is getting just worked over to the stage. So, for the most part, everything is dark and everything is alone. And you are by yourself. You're walking your way towards Muri Sanctuary.
Okay?
What are you? Is there anything in particular you're doing as you walk over there?
Literally, I'm just thinking about the events of the, sanctuary celebration thing, and I'm just trying to think, wrap my head around what just happened.
Okay. And
Getting my moment alone, as Nock said.
for the most part and everything, as you're thinking hard, you haven't had any contact and everything since for about a month now. You have not seen anything. You can't see any reason. You're thinking back. You can't think of any particular way that they would have tracked you. You're bewildered. You can't understand what had happened. You knew that they might eventually, but nothing is coming to your head at the moment. And as you walk through the path, you cross the bridge. You pass by Trell's Trinkets in the Hunter's Branch, and you go up the winding path that you've gone up before towards Muri Sanctuary. As you look, the door is a little bit open ajar, not fully open, just ajar a little bit, and there's dim light coming from the inside, not like anybody's there, but just like a little bit of a fire was left on, maybe some candles.
You're supposed to leave candles on the tent.
So I set my head against the
Be like, excuse
doorway
me.
and see if I can walk
Forest
inside.
fire.
Can I?
Your hand still gets stuck.
Alright, I'm waiting for Muri then.
Alright, and as he's waiting there, the rest of the group walks across the trail. If there's anything that you guys want to discuss as you're walking, you can, but for the most
So
part...
none of you
keep the
guys
same
saw
thing.
the apple thing.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
pretty
I was
cool.
kind of looking at the big beast.
I guess
with
that's
two
pretty
heads.
more important. Like, I'll give you that.
I was a panther at that moment. I was kind of busy
Panthering?
panthering. Yeah. I didn't really. My focus was on making sure she didn't die at that moment.
It's funny because my focus was making sure that he didn't die.
Good job, everyone. Focus on yourselves. See, I did more.
I didn't get hurt.
Next time I'll.
That was more.
Keep
That was
a
more
little
focused.
further
That was more.
back.
See, the whole thing is,
Okay,
when
but-
I'm an
Well, Mr.
animal,
Not
you can
Rage.
try to hit me as much
I
as
did
you
rage.
want, but it's probably not going to do
No, I
shit.
didn't. That was useless.
But the thing is if he hadn't gone up so far, I wouldn't have gone up so far. And then both of us.
We
would
just
have
met
been
him.
fine.
Why did you follow him anyway?
Well,
I
I thought he would
wanted
get
to
knocked down. I
rage.
was worried.
We just met
Anyhow.
him. Who cares?
I don't know.
Survival of
Next
the
time
fittest.
I'm raging,
Nice.
I'm gonna
If he needed to
fucking
get hit,
all
he
of
should've
them
gotten
to come
hit.
at me.
He did get hit.
I want
Yeah,
to
we should've
swarm
just let him
them
get
on
hit.
me.
We don't want someone that we
That's
like.
literally
Even though, yeah, you just met him. You don't want just some like.
I'm a firm believer in if you're going to do something stupid, you deserve what comes to you. And that
Oh.
was a stupid move.
I'm gonna die because of her.
Most
I mean-
likely. Because I'll be honest with you, if you do something stupid, I'm not saving you.
I will say, to be fair.
Hey,
She'll be
hey,
the one to save you.
Hey,
I'll
Kyren.
say.
As you're saying that, make a dexterity saving throw.
Come on.
Yes.
I will say to her.
20! Not 20! Fuck you! Let's fucking
So-
go! Trying to make me fall over shit, I fucking hate you!
So as you're saying, I'm firm
You
believer
skip, you
of
jump
that
on the side.
and everything, your foot catches on a rock and you stumble, ha, and you catch yourself before you trip
I
on
I
that
should,
rock.
if it's a nat 20, I should be able to do like a front flip and land it or some shit. That's some bullshit.
Your foot, yeah, okay. Your foot
Yeah,
trips on the rock.
I did a
you
flip
start,
and landed
you
it.
start, and then you just like, and you land on your feet and you're like,
And I turn around and be like, see, that could have been
I
stupid.
bet she can't
I'll
do
say.
it again.
I'll say.
But he-
Kyren.
Hey! Can I feel like I would try and do it again?
all right, acrobatics check.
That's it's
Yeah, same thing.
Damn it! Okay, hold on. And where's?
+1.
Oh, I got a 9.
Ow.
You do that and you immediately land on your back. Just,
I'm like, fine,
Oh
you
man,
win this
I
time.
I'll
definitely
give
should
her
have
my
bet stuff
hand
on
and
that
help
one.
her up. And I will
I
say.
will. If you say I won't do it, I will do it. Watch yourself.
Oh,
I
I
give
don't
you-
want to kill you that
I'm
way.
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna get hurt because of you.
Bet
Don't
you
do
won't
it.
run at them as a rabbit.
Do you want me to turn into a rabbit right
Oh
now?
my god! I grab Kyren's hand, I help her up. And I say, Kyren.
from the ground, I'm going. Do you want me to be a rabbit?
It's like,
I'm
Kyren,
sorry, I'm not
relax.
trying to egg you on. It's just-
Relax. And to be fair to Naresh, that thing was far bigger and moved far faster than any of us would have expected, right?
Yeah.
Can't we all say that? I didn't expect it to get that close.
It was impressive. It was extremely powerful.
It moved like twice as far as I can. So, I mean, to be fair, I mean, he kept his distance at first. It just
I guess
got
we're
right
technically
on
all
him.
lucky to be alive.
We
Yeah,
are.
I'll say
really
it
we
again.
are.
I didn't get hit.
I know you
I
didn't
didn't
get
either,
hit.
but that's just because armor.
Well, you also apparently shoved an apple through someone's face, so obviously you're the OP one here.
Yeah, I'm a little easy to hit, you know? I'm kind of
You're
small.
snowy or
Small.
compact. You should be harder to hit.
Yeah,
You gotta move
no,
quicker.
it's
Move
it's
like-
because, you know, when you hit from so high up, it's really easy to just go It's like a bug, you know? It's not really fair.
I want to make a
but
Yoda
it's
reference,
true.
but that makes no context.
And like I
Yoda
said-
never died. Yoda,
Like I said, go ahead, make pop culture references. Go ahead.
Yoda always survive. You know, just go over and fuck. What a fucking asshole.
And as this, as
Get
you,
better acrobatics.
I am small and green.
Perfect. Okay, Yoda. Okay.
and as you're having this conversation, everything, you guys are winding up the path. And
Yeah.
in front of you, you can see Naresh just against the, just standing in front of the doorway and everything. Just
As
waiting
we
for
walk
everybody.
up to him, I will say, I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. I just don't like watching people walk to their deaths. It's not really my thing.
No, I probably deserved it. I'm sorry I got you hurt.
It's okay. It was kind of my fault too.
Maybe we should coordinate as a team better next time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Communication, everyone.
That sounds like a
We're
good
working on
idea.
that. It's very
Yeah, yeah.
difficult, but we need to work on it.
Teamwork. It makes the dream work. I heard.
Huh. That's,
fuck is
that's
that
a weird.
coming
That's
from?
a weird saying, but I mean, you're a weird dude, so.
And as that's happening, you notice behind you, slowly Muri starts coming up with that same staff that she had in hand, and she approaches you all. Thank you all for coming. Please come in. And she urges you guys through the doorway.
Do I notice if she's holding the jar?
Yes, she has the jar in the the container that she's been having for the jar
Okay.
this entire time. Staff in one hand. So she urges you guys all inside, and you go inside. It's poorly lit inside at the moment, but as soon as she walks in, she casts thaumaturgy, and all the candles in the area light up a little bit brighter, and guys can see better the inside of her house that she's living in before.
Cool.
It's a
I
quaint
wanna
little
work that.
home. It's open,
That's
spacious.
pretty cool.
It's got wooden stairs carved onto the inside of the tree on the right side that lead up to the second floor that you can only imagine is maybe a bedchamber, as that's the only thing that's not down on the first floor here. You can see that there is, on the main floor, there's a metal fireplace that has been built into the back of the tree and
Like
everything.
that.
So you're gonna go observe the.
There's a large
No.
rounded rocking chair that's in front of the fireplace and a table nearby. There's a few of jars of
rocking
water
chair.
bottles and jars of water on the table and everything.
What
Over
is
to
it?
the left side and everything, you can see there's a kitchen. It's got some birch cabinets, and there's some more of those jars of
Ooh,
water.
nice cap.
Yeah, I like birch.
There's candles
Fancy.
up in little metal chambers on the sides and one on
Not
the
top
center
tier.
table.
In terms of look.
Muri walks in. There are chairs under the stairs. There's only there's only 4 of them.
I'll sit on the ground.
I apologize.
I like immediately
But-
just plop down.
But make yourselves at home. And she goes
I
over
sit
to the
next to her.
fire.
And
Yeah.
they just lay on my back
Honestly,
like,
being
what a
on the
day.
ground.
I go
is
and
kind
get
of
3
making
chairs.
myself-
I go.
I'm on the ground.
I'll
I
help
fell
you.
back
I'll
on
take-
my back
we
and just
both
went,
take
what a
two.
day.
We only
Yeah.
need 3 though.
That was
So you still bring a 4th chair anyway.
It was a little more than
We
I
bring four
expected out of the
chairs over.
celebration.
Yeah, I didn't.
If I'm being
I
honest.
thought I was gonna be able to just get my face painted and then move along.
The last
Move along.
Yeah, I
the,
agree.
the last celebration was not like that.
Yeah,
know
I would
that-
Oh,
hope
it doesn't
not.
happen every year.
No.
No.
Oh, it's
okay.
not.
Oh,
It's
come
not a
on.
reoccurring thing.
Not
No.
I
annual
thought it was part of the
treat.
show.
If you're ready for it, it could be fun.
Yeah, that's fair.
Everyone take a swing. Oh,
My
so-
dice!
Oh no. Disaster, everyone. Nah.
And-
Because then you know where the Hellhound spawns every year. We all just go, okay, everyone ready? And swing!
I think that would be a sneak attack, right?
Muri,
Yeah.
Muri unfortunately does not find that funny,
7,
but you're
9,
laughing
yeah.
yourself. She's attending the fire as Jinrash, Bracket, and Naresh, I assume, take their seats as Kyren and Nock sit on
Do
the floor.
either of you want a chair? We brought all of them over.
I'm more comfortable
I'm
on the
fine.
ground.
They're
Okay.
ground people.
I'm
Not in the bad way.
I'm a forest dweller. I'm used to sitting on the
Yeah, we're
ground.
good.
That's
we're
what I
gonna
meant.
sit on the ground.
Not the mean way of ground people.
Makes me
I'm a
feel
ground
more grounded.
Grounded to the ground!
You guys all have a remarkable
They
sense
can't.
of humor for after what has just happened.
I think it's because we're all alive.
I have no reference
Yeah,
to compare this to, so I
yeah.
think this is normal.
Near death is near death.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
only
When
one
you
is-
get knocked unconscious,
It's
I
near-
think it kind of makes your brain weird.
It's near death, but no actual death.
The
So-
only one who I can tell who has possibly seen something like that before. Naresh, you must have seen something like that before. You're pretty quiet yourself.
Yes, I've encountered the spawns before, and I've seen quite a few battles that have left me silent for days.
Well, I'm glad we had somebody at least like you out there to help. I'm sorry that all of you got caught up in that. It was not planned. I never thought that they would get so bold as to attack us this far southeast. And she pants and hand just on. Pushing your
Whoa,
eyebrows
so
to
we've
the
been
side.
you guys have been getting attacked recently?
No, we have not. It's
So that's just a spur
must-
of the moment thing.
it had to be those monsters of the decaying vein forest up northwest. That damn
The
family.
Builders?
What family?
There's a family up there. There's several families actually, but there's a head one, the Vapilna family. Bunch of vampires, and they, a long time ago, they had attacked the Shade Shower Forest, and that's the farthest south that they've ever come.
That was on my family, wasn't it?
If you were living in the forest at that time, it was about 20 years ago or so.
No, I think my tribe fought.
That's the family that killed my grandfather.
Ooh, revenge plots.
That is the last time that we've seen them this far south. I did not think that they would get this bold, but
Kyren's really, really quiet in the back now. Just like
I guess anything can be expected these days. But for the most part, The seal is protected for the moment. I just need to make sure that the jar is also unaffected.
Yeah.
And she pulls out the jar from the sack and places it in front of her. She pulls out her rod that she has again, and you guys get a really good look at it right now. It's a rod, it's a silver rod, that at the end it's flanged. It's got 6 little sharp spiked parts coming out at both ends, and on the actual rod itself there's 7 buttons. One of them gray, and there's one that's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple.
Rainbow.
Actual buttons?
Yes,
Question?
there are actual buttons on the rod. Like little buttons to click. And she takes out the rod and presses the red button. And the second that she presses the red button, both flanged ends of the rod ignite in rainbow fire. And she spins it and then gently just touches it upon the top of the jar and closes her eyes.
Thank you.
After a few seconds of nothing happening, Muri clicks the button again and puts the rod and sighs a heavy sigh, looking a little bit confused.
Doing the Pokeball.
This may be more than all of you guys have signed up for, but something must be done with haste. And our few soldiers here, I cannot afford to have away from the seal at this time.
Well, I was going to ask what's our plan of action next, so okay.
Yeah.
I have a request if you 5
Whatever you
are
need.
willing to.
Something's got to be done.
Let's go some shit.
I understand if you
Yeah.
refuse, but if you help, we will be forever grateful.
Whatever you need.
Someone's gotta start doing some shit.
This jar must be returned to Warrior's Rest. It's at the base of the nature source, the giant tree of the Shade Shower Forest.
I know it.
It's north of Naira's Grove, west of the Blessed Feet tribe, which I imagine you are from, and far south from the Thouthis Lumberyard, where you've come from. There's a cavern at the far end of the lake, and that leads to its resting place, a cavern there. You could follow it down, and you'll be able to find its way. It is a lot to ask, but would you guys be able to do this for us?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll get there safe.
We need to go back home anyway,
Yeah.
so.
We'll get there safe.
That's a good idea.
She looks to all of you, especially even Naresh, and takes a nod. And I
Might
thank
be
you all.
unsafe for our enemies.
The times have started to get the times have started to get a little bit dangerous. There's more monsters appearing, but this is something of grave importance. This jar, as I told you guys earlier, it's a relic. It's very important, and this cannot fall into the wrong hands.
Well, any monster that runs into this group has another thing coming for it anyway, so.
I'm going to ask her if the phrase times aligning means anything to her.
I mean, the phrase itself doesn't mean anything, but the group from way back when. What was it? God, Times Alignment, I believe it was. For now, I'm gonna say Times Alignment before I have to look at my notes. I believe the group is called Times Alignment. The groups from the beginning who stopped the Darkest Ages. They named themselves Times Alignment. That's the only thing I can think of in relation.
Okay.
And she takes off the giant patch for the jar and puts the jar inside
I
and
just
looks
point to Jinrash.
looks at Jinrash and hints
I'll
it.
take it.
I hang it upon him.
And before releasing it, just saying, guard this with your life.
Don't drop it.
I got
I mean, she said if you dropped it, it would be fine.
Yes,
really.
Still
know-
don't drop it.
It will not break if you drop it. I can assure you
still
that.
suggest don't drop it.
But do not let this thing be.
I find a way to break anything that
Don't
is
smash
in
it if
her-
you accidentally
in-
accidentally go.
We'll take good care of it, Elsa.
I'm really good with my axe.
Now before
Okay.
Kind of like a second limb to me.
Okay. Chill out.
before you guys get over to Warrior's Rest, please, if you can, stop back at your home, Naira's Grove. Please inform the great druid Azariah. I'm sure you've seen her before. Inform her of what has occurred and let her know this exact phrase, please. It slumbers, and I believe it needs to be awakened.
Okay.
She'll know. Like I said, please be careful. This world is getting more dangerous. There are a lot more monsters than there were a year ago appearing in this area. That's why I'm sure you guys ran into our new recruit that we got down here. We just need a few more
So
guards.
who's the person that we need to say this to? Azariah.
The great druid Azariah. And she'll rush over to her.
I know. I got it.
she'll rush over to her desk that's in the corner of the room, and she'll pick up 2 things, and she's like, "This is for your help, and this is for your travels." She'll hold it out. She's gonna hold out one thing to Naresh for him to take. It's a little pin, and it's got it's in the shape of Muri's face, and it's smiling.
Oh
And
my god.
she lets you know this pin, it will allow you to get free in stops here in Ladris, as long as you have this. And
There's all of us?
Don't lose it.
as long as you have for your group, yes.
Ooh.
And there'll be a 10% discount on the shops here. You guys,
Don't lose it.
Wow,
You-
thank you.
you guys have
What does it do?
you guys have given us a great service.
It's a 10% discount on all the
Free-
shops.
Free stops at all the inns here. You
So
still
we
have
go
to
to
pay
the
for
nice
food
one.
and everything.
Good.
Yeah, just
But
don't pay for
and then it's also 10% off any store item when you present that in any of the stores within Ladris.
Wow.
And what it is,
I
it's
guess
a
we've
pin.
Gotta make a pit stop before we go, huh?
It's a pin with Muri's face on it
I
smiling.
love it.
I love
That's
that.
adorable.
It's
We need someone to
very
draw
sweet.
that.
How did you make that? That's really well done.
Oh, Trell is very good at these small trinkets.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Okay, and before.
And then
What do I
she'll
call
hold.
it?
What count?
What do I call it?
You can just call
Mori pen.
it's called I mean I never named it, but I guess you can call it Muri's pendant. It's a direct thing from me.
I love it.
And then she'll hold out to either Nock or Kyren. And here's for your travels 100 gold pieces.
Oh, thank you.
Yikes.
And then
Wow.
it just drops in your hand and you're
And
just like
I give 50 to knock.
Mhm.
Thanks.
This is for all of you. If you guys can distribute it out or anything,
for all
just
of us.
please.
Damn it.
You guys
So
all.
we each get 10.
What?
I'll,
No.
I'll count out 10 for everybody. I'll
It's
give 10 to
100.
Naresh.
It's 100.
Oh, it's 100.
I gave
Yeah.
you 50
Oh, I got
out of the
50.
100.
Everyone
Okay, we
gets
each get 20. That's better.
Yes, this
Everyone
is all.
gets 20.
See?
This is
Should I
all
give-
for you guys. I know this
I
journey
really
is going to be long.
appreciate that. I was broke. Thank you.
No problem.
Now
I'll
we're
give
not-
everybody 20 then.
So everybody can add 20 gold pieces to their equipment.
Thank you very much, Muri.
Hey,
That's
Nice.
incredibly generous.
very. Thank you so much.
No problem.
We were around low. We.
No problem. And I imagine you guys are all tired. It is getting pretty late.
Alright, but before I leave, can you make sure to let Nari know that we say goodbye?
I will. I hope she becomes open to you guys. I mean, she doesn't always come out and everything, but maybe when you return,
Next time I stop by, I'll see if she'll chat with me.
hopefully.
May I sing her a song?
Muri or Nari? Are you,
The water spirit.
Nari.
I mean, it will never hurt to try. She's not gonna come out now. She only comes out every few days, so I doubt she's gonna come out for a little bit. But the next time you come by, if she is, maybe. Now,
I still like to sing it.
yes. Now, if
Here's
you
some fiddle music.
Oh Lord.
now if you guys would mind, I just need to rest a little bit. But
Of course.
before you all go, I'd like to see if I can I speak to Naresh alone.
Well,
Okay.
I just back out of the room. I'm like, see ya.
Yeah, I'll be like,
Okay, you
Yeah.
walk
Of
into
course.
town. I would wait for him. We'll
And
Hey,
Oh.
you guys can wait. Me, I'll like, grab.
You're gonna walk to
Knock and
town.
be like,
She-
let's
she
go
wants to talk
outside.
to him alone.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're gonna wait outside.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
You want me and you to start heading towards and like get rooms?
Well, if we wait for him, then we get free rooms. So.
Can I just be
Yeah.
like, can we wait farther away?
Okay. I'll,
So-
I'm gonna go climb a tree. I'll be in a tree.
Jinrash joins in.
I
I'll
have
be
to
in a
look.
tree.
I have to like jog to keep up with her.
And then I'm just gonna jump into a tree, climb up, and lay across a branch and just wait. I'm like,
Alright.
We're gonna go find somewhere to sit outside. Just
There are
far
some
enough.
stumps. There are stumps.
That's why
Sit on a
I was
stump.
assuming there's stumps and
I'll
like
be above
down
you
to trees.
on a branch.
Yeah, I'll sit on like against the
I'll be above all of you on a branch.
thing, and I'll like write
fine.
down some notes.
All right. So as you guys leave and everything, Muri goes and closes the door behind you. She takes a sigh and then walks back over in front of the fireplace, silent for a moment before she turns to Naresh and says, "Well, I'll just cut to the chase here. I know what you are. I couldn't heal you before. Your heart may not beat, but I did see the way you acted out there. You were not with them. You were fighting with everybody else. So your heart seems to be pure.
not too long ago. And I was made a true vampire through means that I'm not quite sure of. And I'm still trying to learn what to do with this fate that I've been given. For now, though, I know that I need to run as far away from them as I can.
They are a dangerous
But
group.
they chased me, and they pursue me, doggedly.
I do not know necessarily if this was about you or if this was about the jar. As you probably know, the Vapilmers do follow Ilios, the god of endings, the one who is trying to get this jar back to steal away the light and time of this world. As you are a vampire, I do not fully trust, but you do seem to be having good intentions at least. However, know that. And then she quickly, her staff lights up one more time, and you see near the doorway a spectral figure appears. A spectral figure that you can see only has a gleaming sword and a shield. It doesn't actually have a form, but you just see the white divine sword and shield hovering right in front of the doorway. And then she looks at you, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, alright. Wisdom saving throw, I got a 7.
So, as her staff begins to glow, Muri's form seems to suddenly tower and the room becomes distorted in a way. The fire cast behind her makes her shadow just cover over you, and the room seems to be elongated much further. For the moment, you are at this time frightened. And she says to you, if your intentions are to take the jar and free the Brother of Endings, know that your ending will be the only one that is brought. And you look behind her, the spiritual guardian's just looking at you and everything, just waiting for you to make a move. She quickly just taps you with her rod in the arm. 1 point of damage, and you are no longer frightened.
Alright.
And she's looking at you with a very serious
I do
face.
assure her that that is not my intention. That will never be my intention.
I just need to make myself clear, as this jar is never going to fall into his hands again. I'm a little bit more open to abnormalities, and that is the only reason I would let somebody like you go along with them. You seem like you are not with them anymore, so just prove yourself with this task.
Of course. Thank you, Muri.
Just do not break my trust, Naresh. Now, one thing though, do those others outside, do they know?
I believe that Brackett knows that I'm undead, as he gave me a strange look several days ago. But other than that, I don't believe anyone knows. And I have no intention of letting them know. I don't believe they would take it favorably.
Well, I agree with you on that. I would say protect that secret as long as you can, as not everyone will be as open to oddities as I am myself. However, if I can pass on some wisdom, it might be better to at least trust one other with this knowledge, as I cannot imagine what it is like to be part of them in trying to break away. It doesn't have to be your burden alone to bear.
Thank you, Muri.
Now, I am getting quite tired, but one last thing before you go. I'm just curious. Do you wish to be alive again?
I've thought about it somewhat extensively, and I'm honestly not quite sure. This is all I've known for several years, and it's changed me in ways that you wouldn't imagine. I don't know. Sometimes it's all I can think about. Yet, this body of mine, this way that I am, it's all I've known, and it's different. It's stronger.
Well, no.
I don't mean for it to sound like I favor this over humanity and a soul and all that entails. But there's something about it that is just alluring.
Well, do not. I respect your decision there, but do not forget that there is much unexpected strength in mortality. What one can do in their fleeting lives. If you ever feel the need, and if you ever come up with the amount of gold, I might be able to help you out.
Can I ask what the amount of gold is?
I do know the true resurrection spell, and that does require about a diamond worth about 25,000 worth of gold.
Okay.
I can keep my eye out for things myself, but just let me know, because
Thank you, Muri.
life is something that should be preserved.
I agree.
Alright, now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go to bed. I need to focus on a lot of things for tomorrow. And she starts heading up the staircase, but directs you to the door. The spiritual guardian that was at the door just vanishes.
Cool. I make for the doorway and nod at her one last time and then go through the portal.
Alright, and you walk out through the door.
My feet are like up against the trunk of the tree, and my head is just like on the ground, and I'm like,
And I've probably
"Why are
nodded
you
off,
so
almost
high
sleeping
up
on the
there?
branch.
Oh my god.
That's impressive.
And you guys are
Right.
out on the stumps.
Calm
So
down.
Naresh walks back out to the group, and it's all to you guys again.
I go, Kyren!
And I'm just like,
Come on,
like,
guys.
oh
To
god,
town.
you probably scared me and rolled out of the tree.
Yeah, I was just
yes,
gonna say.
yes.
Oh,
Were you
come on!
Dexterity saving throw.
Son of a bitch. Fucking 10.
Knock
Yep.
yells,
Tell me
and
if I broke anything.
you roll out of the tree, and you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall
damn it.
on flat on your back,
Good thing I'm about to go to sleep.
Thanks.
Ouch.
right in front
looks
of
like that
right in
hurt.
front of Nock.
Oh my god, why?
Ooh.
And then I
This
just
is
look,
why you don't climb trees.
I
What
look
are you
up with
doing?
like the wind out of me, just going, you really had to call my name like that.
I mean, you were asleep.
Yeah, but I'm
It was
in a
efficient.
fucking tree
Well,
now.
I can't get up there to wake you up. What do you want from me?
To not scream
Want
at
me to shoot
me
you
when
with
I'm
an
like,
arrow next time?
I was like
another
50
time,
feet
another
in the
time.
air
Have
and you
him
yelled
throw
at
you
me.
up.
I was 50
We got
feet
this.
in
We got
the
this.
air.
Next time.
50 feet in the air and
My
you
hand
yelled
is,
at me.
like,
What
so
else is gonna happen? Am I just gonna like
No, you
look
can
up?
go. Hello.
You've been around me when I'm asleep. Do I ever wake up normally?
I don't know. Sometimes.
God. I sleep with you all the time. You know how I get down? I fall.
Then don't climb the tree in the first place. I don't
Why are you
know.
sleeping in a
Don't tell me
tree?
what to do.
Okay,
It's more
Mom.
comfortable.
Guys, should we just head to
I
town?
got that.
And Naresh walks over to you all.
Hey, Naresh.
I'm still on the ground, just trying to thumb up. I'm just trying to breathe here.
I would
You want a
heal
hand
you,
getting
but I
up?
feel like we're about to go to bed.
We
so.
are. We're going to town.
Can
Don't-
I help her up?
Yeah, you can extend your hand.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
I extend my hand to Kyren.
I'll put my hand on her leg and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
So you roll a d8,
Yeah.
and then it's plus your wisdom
Yeah.
modifier. If you don't get 5, this is gonna be.
It's a D8 plus 3, so.
Oh, so it's possible.
4 plus 3, you
So you're back
7.
at full.
back up to heal.
And Kyren,
Back to
Naresh
full.
walks over to you, and he extends his hand out to help you up.
I say sorry.
I just look at his hand, look at him, and get myself up.
I asked if you wanted help up.
And I said that I'm
She's
an
a
adult.
strong, independent woman.
I'm an adult.
Don't
I
need no
can
man.
help myself off the ground.
I know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's called being
I
polite.
just start walking
You're
towards
walking,
the
you
town.
know?
I'm already walking.
Yeah.
Alright, what town
Are
are you
you
guys
out
walking
walking?
towards?
Let's go to.
Or the town we were in.
Yeah, let's go to the Hunter's
Because we
Branch.
know there's
Yeah.
a place to stay there.
Alright, as you guys are walking to the town, you approach the Hunter's Branch Tavern. The door is closed and it's locked.
Son of a bitch.
To the other one!
I'll knock, like really quietly, just like a.
You hear
Polite
a
knock.
knock, knock, knock. You wait a few seconds. Nobody answers.
Okay. Can I listen to see if anything's.
Yeah, roll a
said?
perception check.
19.
You listen and absolute silence behind the door. There's nobody inside.
Okay.
Guys,
So I'll
is
be
this-
like, no
Yeah.
one's home.
There's a second
So
one.
I guess let's go to the. Shallow surface.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm already walking.
you
I
guys-
just keep walking.
So you guys head down the path to the shallow surface. In order to get there, you guys just have to go. You guys are either going to have to go around and then go across the bridge and down the river, or you can just get to the bridge and try to take a raft if there's available down the river to get to the place. So
I
do you want to
guess
stay on
let's
the
take a raft because we know that they're allowed to be taken. We know
Mhm.
that you can
Yeah.
just take one. So it's
There are
faster
no
travel,
labels on
might
this
as well.
map.
Yeah, I know. I know where all the buildings are.
I'll be like, I vote raft. The raft was fun. Also, I can wash some of this blood off,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go with
I
the
get
raft
that
as
idea.
well.
Yeah.
So you guys head down the path to about the spot where Yarem and Hope had made their getaway in
Yeah.
earlier in the day, and there is 2 rafts that are sitting there at the moment.
Cool. I'll say, wait a sec, and I just dive under the water and like scrub my hair
And
out.
I just go, good idea,
and like
and I
scrub
cannonball.
my arms and my chest and
I
everything.
just cannonball.
Just to
next
get all
to
the
her.
blood off and dirt off and all that.
You cannonball into the water.
I literally say, good idea, cannonball in, and then just float on my back.
How deep's the
water?
How deep?
The water's fairly deep and everything. I said in the main part of it and everything, which this would be as well. It would be about 5 feet deep, so she
Okay.
can cannonball. And as you do cannonball, if you open your eyes for a moment under there, you'll see few schools of tealish fish with red stripes across them just swimming away.
Oh,
down the
cool.
Okay,
river.
when I'm underwater and I open my eyes, I just smile at the fish.
Mhm.
You're gonna scare them with your big ass teeth.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got fucking
And-
jagged teeth, bitch.
and-
You're like,
And that is me letting you know you cannot transform into a animal with that can swim yet, but you can now transform
into a fish!
a Ladrician fish.
Write that
Yeah!
down.
A Ladrician
Now I know how to turn
Write
into a
that down.
fish!
So yeah, I'll come up back above water, flick my hair back. I'll be like, anyone else want to
Feel better?
clean up?
I'm gonna do the
I'm
classic
already in the water with you, so.
pit. Face.
Where the hell?
I just wanted to get all that blood off. It was kind of gross.
Get that.
I mainly killed things that weren't alive.
So I'll sledge off and just
Where are the
like I
animals I can
shake
turn
I
out
believe
like
all
a
things I
dog.
killed
Where
were
are the animals I
skeletons.
can turn into again?
Blood's not a problem for me.
Other
Maybe some
extras,
dust.
but I think I'm just use both of yours for the day.
But I have to add. No, I have to add the fish.
Yeah.
I
don't
believe
remember
you
what I
killed- I
killed.
believe
You can just
killed
write it
an
in or
and
write it on a
skeleton.
piece of paper.
Oh, yeah.
So you're dirtier than I am.
You might not be able.
Probably
Alright,
should.
so
Should
what-
watch
Well,
that.
if I saw one
So,
now, I can.
what is
You can't
Naresh,
wash.
Jinrash, and Bracket doing? Are you guys just getting
yeah,
on the
I'm gonna-
rafts?
No, I'm gonna go into the water. I'm
Okay.
gonna-
As I said, I did the pit,
Okay.
wash my face in the water.
And Naresh, what did you do?
What?
I'm getting on a raft.
Yeah,
I then got on the raft after he does.
Once
Yeah.
I'm done swimming, I'll, muscle up
Can I
onto
swim
the.
next to the raft?
You can if you want.
Sick. That's
I'll
what I'm
muscle
doing.
up next to the raft and sit down and let my feet hang in the water.
I don't think there's a fish option on here that I can add.
Yeah, just write down the fish on like a paper so you know and everything. Or
I'm
ju-
not gonna be carrying papers around, but
Alright,
it's
I'm
on
sure-
my notes.
I'm sure you can write in somewhere. If not, just I'll
I
get a
can-
piece
I
of
can
paper
look
for you.
more.
I'll be able to get stats when you can
Well-
turn into a fish.
Can now.
And while she's writing that, as somebody, if somebody just quickly unties the rafts that are tied down and everything, you guys will slowly
Yeah.
start
Yeah,
drifting
yeah,
down the
I'll-
river.
And
Untie the
I'm
end.
just swimming next
I'll
to the
untie
raft.
one.
I'm swimming next to the raft.
And off we go.
And you guys go down the river a little bit until you hit the next bridge, where you pull off to the side right there. As you know, that is where
Yeah.
Yerem and Hope had done before.
Well, the problem is I can't see the river on this this map.
I'm sorry, I will get a better copy of it to you. But Yeah, and then you guys get on the path. You know that you guys have walked, trying to get into the shallow surface a day ago, and everything. Wow, it's only been a day.
It's only been a day.
Long ass day.
And as you guys are walking over there, you notice that there is over near the. You guys haven't really given too much notice to it, but to the left of the path from here, there is a pond or lake of sorts and everything, and you see a half orc who's just kneeling over at the water, female, dark black hair going down, and it looks like there's somebody just poking out of the water a little bit. And quickly, the half orc just hands a crate to the person. They reach and you see webbed fingers and everything.
Ooh.
And they take the crate and they just go under the water.
I'm
My
staring
eyes
like
are
this.
so
Yeah, I'm
wide.
staring like this.
I'm like,
See, people?
whoa. There's a
And-
lot of people who live under the water
That's
here.
probably the right answer.
And
That
the
sounds more
half
correct
orc
than why I yelled
Gets
see
up
people.
and starts walking towards the shallow surface.
Okay, I'll follow.
Can I trot
At a
behind it and be like,
distance.
hey?
And the lady's like, "Oh, hello, I'm Zohal. Are you guys staying at the inn?"
We would like to stay,
Yeah.
yes.
We're
Yeah.
gonna try.
For the night.
That'd be
Oh,
nice.
okay. Yes, we are open. Here, right this way, and opens the door. Come right in.
And then I just point
Yeah, I'll be
to
like,
him
we have
with
this
a
thing.
pin.
We have a thing.
And Naresh, you hold up the pin and everything to show.
I'm holding up the pin, Yuri's pin, and
Oh, okay. Show that to Zojan inside. He is the tavern owner. He should be at the bar, and directs you guys all in really quickly. It was a nice
Thank
little
you.
bell.
Probably like,
Thank you.
"Bar."
thank you.
Always like bar.
And you guys walk in,
I'll
and
give you a 6-pack and just
there
give you a
is-
second one so you get
there
twirled.
is Zojin, the person you guys were speaking to, the first night when you guys came into the shallow surface, and he's blue face and everything, bald. He's got the same webbed fingers that you saw on the the guy who just took the crate, and he's just shining a glass. He's like, huh?
So I'll smile and I'll be like, told you we'd be back.
Hey.
Yeah, you're a day late.
Yeah, but
Day
we
late,
went through a lot today.
Are you guys ready to pay for your rooms?
Sir? Naresh?
A point.
I have Muri's pendant.
And she's just
Because
like,
we get into this place for free.
and he's just like, oh shit.
Sorry.
In case you didn't hear, we're heroes. We're heroes.
Yes, I heard the festivities were interesting this year.
He took someone's
Less
head off.
festive, more fightive.
He took someone's head off with an apple.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I killed a
In
hell
a very
beast.
sarcastic tone, he really doesn't care.
Damn.
Man,
Okay,
I guess you
well-
get better adventurer stories. We'll go kill better things.
How many rooms do you guys need? We're pretty open right now.
I can just
I
share
believe we
one
need-
with
Yeah,
her.
I just need to show it.
3.
So 3?
3 total
3
rooms.
works.
Yeah, that'd be good.
He reaches
Wait,
under.
3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can stay around.
Yeah.
We'll live.
There's about
Maybe the
two,
first time.
Unless
They'll be
you're gonna share
unconscious.
with
I don't have to deal with
somebody.
this.
there's about 2 beds in each room. So I mean, like, if somebody wants to take the floor, you can take 2. Save me some room for other guests.
We'll take 2.
Would you want to do that?
We'll
Sure.
take 2.
2. We'll do 2.
Yeah, we'll take 2, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll
And he reaches.
If anything, we could probably just take 1. I'll take 1 on the goddamn floor. I don't care.
He'll be passed
Yeah, it's
out
a
in the
little
bar.
too
We don't
many
even have to bring him
people.
to the room.
Right?
He
Convenient.
That'd
he
be a
reaches
little
under the
crowded,
bar.
I
He
think.
takes out 2 sets of keys.
I grab one.
I grab
Enjoy
one.
your stay.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you very much.
Guys, we should take 5.
No.
No, we're not that big of
That's
assholes.
dumb.
He leaves.
Yeah.
He lets out a big sigh. Please don't.
And I'm just gonna go. And I'm just gonna like.
But come on.
No,
room.
shh. I'm just gonna say, I'm really sorry about it. I will literally give you money anyway because
Oh.
I know they're acting like assholes.
We're buying beer. We promise.
We need.
What?
Yeah, we do need.
Yeah,
beer.
no, we brought plenty
Yeah.
of money. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah.
we
let's-
intend to buy other stuff, not the rooms.
You guys want some ale to bring up to your rooms with
Yes,
you?
please.
Some ale
I would
and
like a nice jar of meat.
Do you have fruit?
No
Mm.
apples.
Yeah, no apples.
No, I want a bushel of
I
apples.
learned that apples are bad.
I mean, we have a lot of apples here, but excuse me. But because I have some oranges in the back if you want some.
That'd be
I would
better.
love
Thank you.
What else do you have for
Um,
food?
I mean, the kitchen's closed basically at this point and everything. Man.
Cheese jerky. That type of.
Yeah, I'll live with that stuff.
Kinray and Kenra are not here, so
Oh, we know them. That's crazy.
yeah, we
They
met
help
them.
me out with making drinks, help me out with food.
They
so
helped us kill a bunch of shit today.
They're pretty
Well,
cool.
I'm glad they're useful outside of this place too.
Alright.
Yeah.
He's a grumpy old man.
I'll ask him if he
I'll
has any,
take
like,
2
cheese.
oranges. Cool.
Can I have like 5
How
oranges?
much is them?
So what are we all getting? 2 oranges, 5
5.
oranges,
I just want a mead.
Oh,
I'm
I'll grab
starving.
mead.
an orange, and
And
I'll
I'll
ask him
have an
if he
ale.
has any jerky or cheese or anything like that.
Yeah, I can probably find some jerky and everything.
Thank you.
Anything for you? And he turns over
Oh, we
to
can
Naresh.
give you jerky. We have the box.
Did he say Mr.
Didn't know
Naresh?
you had jerky.
Yes.
He made
Yeah.
fox jerky.
I
I
want
didn't
yeah.
know that.
He gave it to us.
Oh, I
He
didn't know that.
We
looks
apologize.
awkwardly
That
and he
happened-
waits for your response to the question
No,
before.
but we weren't.
We don't-
We weren't.
Ask
party
anything
yet.
for you.
Oh, I thought he asked all of us.
No, we weren't party yet.
I want to
Oh, never mind.
roll in my room so I can take a hot bath.
You're gonna take a hot bath? Well, there's no baths, but we got a hot spring up north in the town, northeast. So
Ooh.
Hot spring up north.
That's a good thing to
That's
know.
fine. I'll go to the hot springs.
all right.
I don't know if they'll be open, but you can try.
How much is it for the 5 oranges?
For 5 oranges, 2 oranges, 1 orange, 8 oranges, 2 meads, jerky. I'm gonna say just total 9 silver pieces.
I'll flick him a gold.
Catches it. Thanks.
No problem.
And I'm gonna give him a gold too, just to be like, for the trouble we're causing you, here's another one.
Everyone go right.
Takes it.
Everyone go.
Much appreciated.
Right.
I got you.
And he fakes a smile.
Yeah, what? I know, I know you're faking it. I'm just trying to be nice.
Sorry, that was
I'll,
good people.
I'll like go up to the stairs. Gotta like climb them.
We're
They're not,
sitting
they're,
behind,
they're
really?
not that bad for you.
They're
You
like
can
a foot
step.
tall, probably, right? Is about how
The
tall
typical
most stairs
steps.
are.
I'm not.
A typical stair is about 7 inches. You should be
Okay.
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll be fine to step. You.
I can go measure and
And
double
I'm
check.
just,
but
I'm
typical
just
stairs
stomping
have 7
behind
inches.
her, being like, I'm just trying to be nice.
So you guys go up to your room.
Some people just turn into
You guys, the other
monsters.
key with the boys and everything. So where are all the boys going?
Yeah, it's okay.
Well, I'm going to the room. Then I'm gonna eat my 2 oranges
Yep,
and
he got,
drink.
he got you guys the food and everything.
Yeah.
Got the jerky.
So we're gonna go sit in the room and drink. Be sad.
I don't know why you
Naresh,
did
are
that.
you
I'd
going
already
into the
tipped
room or are
it.
you going to the hot spring?
You're gonna tell me war tales, and I'm gonna go. And you're gonna be like, you have it,
War
Yeah.
I don't have any war tales.
or
You're
whatever.
gonna
I don't
take
give a shit.
Yeah, you
Lumber
can switch. What are you
tales.
gonna do?
Lumber tales. Lumber tales.
Yeah.
Tales of how I've
If
watched
Bracket's
people
willing to leave
die.
him alone to drink, I want to talk to him.
You're gonna talk to me? Okay.
Well, Bracken and Jinrash took their drinks. They're going to the room, so you can
Yeah.
go up there with them, or you can try to pull him aside if you want before he goes up to the room.
That's fine.
No, if it's Bracket and Jinrash, that's fine too.
Okay.
Okay, look.
So you follow them up to the room.
Yeah.
To the room.
I
Yeah.
go to.
All right.
Yeah.
I
Your
feel
room, your
I'm-
rooms are across the hall.
Jesus,
from each
not
other.
Lose
And
a
I'm
beat.
still underneath my
You
breath.
can-
How about I'm like
anyway.
swearing underneath my breath in Druidic, just swearing that guy up and down for not taking my niceness to account.
He's an asshole. That's why
You
I
can't understand a word I'm saying. It's in Druidic.
So the girls go
I
in.
can tell the tone.
Yeah.
So the girls go into the room on the right, and the boys go into the room on the left.
Okay.
So Naresh, is there anything you wanted to say in the room?
We close the door.
I leave our door open.
Yeah, ours is open.
I
That's a
try
little
to
weird.
listen.
Are you listening from your room, or are you going
Yeah.
up to the door with the ear?
I'll go up to the door.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
And
maybe
I'll just-
roll
and
one.
I'll
I'm
just
opening the
do- I'm
door.
I'm gonna whisper behind her, be like,
Before Naresh even starts speaking, I just want you to roll a perception check, and then I'll be determined to see if you do hear or are able to.
Do I have to roll a stealth check too? I feel like
Yes.
I probably should.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for
Because we should be able to
perception.
see you from the
Okay,
light.
so my perception is 21.
Okay, now stealth.
For
Ah,
stealth. Okay, that's less good, but what's 6 plus 7? 13?
13.
13. Okay. Naresh, if you are trying to keep this secretive and everything, you can roll a perception check against her stealth.
I'm rolling a perception check against her stealth. Absolutely. Perception is. I got a 15.
Damn it!
She actually is more.
So you did hear a few steps outside of the door, as soon as you closed the door.
So just-
Can I wait until they go away, or?
well, I mean, she just
They
walked
would
up
come to a stop.
Yeah, they came to a stop and everything. They're no longer moving. You heard the steps come up to the door, and they haven't gone anywhere from since.
Can I open the door and like peek out?
You certainly can.
You see me, I'll be like, do you guys know if there's a bathroom anywhere.
Isn't there?
I don't
Deception.
anywhere.
I feel like I should probably
Roll a
actually
deception
roll a
check.
check for that.
Yep.
I feel. That's not bad. Deception. 17. That's not bad.
If you want to roll an insight against that to see if she's actually looking for a bathroom, you can, Callum.
No, where's the bathroom? Do I know where the bathroom is?
You don't, but
I'm just like,
most
have you guys seen one?
Mhm.
Usually there's a
And you
Bucket
just see me
thing
in the
in the
background
room.
because our door's open, so I'm just face out on the floor in our room.
Mhm.
It's like,
You have a bed.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Most
Tired.
most taverns do have a little room that leads to a outhouse of sorts. So it would typically you'd expect it to be downstairs somewhere.
So just say that it's downstairs.
Okay.
It's downstairs. It leads to an outhouse.
Okay. I've just never, you know. Okay,
Never
thanks.
been here before. Okay, bye.
I just
And
want
I'm
to know
still-
for
I'm
the
just-
middle of the night.
I'm face down, still talking to myself in Druidic on the floor in the room.
I'll be like, have a good night, guys.
And
And I just go,
you go down the stairs.
and then I go,
Yeah,
on the
I'll go
floor.
down the stairs and I'll be like, hey, do you
And
have
I'm just-
a,
I
do you
raise
have
my
an
hand.
outhouse to the guy?
He points to a door in the corner.
And I'm face
gonna
out on the
close
floor.
door.
right after you said goodnight to the guys, I face down, still I just raise my hand and go,
I can be grouchy too, don't worry.
I want you to say that to the innkeeper.
No, I don't
I
say
can be
that.
grouchy
You should
too.
say
Don't
it.
worry.
He just keeps on shining your glass and looks at you as you walk to the outhouse.
No, that should be the moment he smiles. Good.
All right. And so back into the room. So Naresh closes the door.
now I feel like I should
So-
roll this.
I pee.
I'm gonna
Then you have to like roll falling.
I'm gonna take Yuri's advice. I like heave a heavy sigh and I turn back to Jinrash and Bracket. And I say, first off, and I need you to understand this, and ultimately, I'm not here to hurt you. Ultimately,
Okay, that's a little sketchy.
That's
I'm a
worrisome.
vampire.
You're a what?
No, he's
I'm
a vampire.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you a good one? It's not like good one as in good at being a vampire. Are you good as in being a good person?
I don't see why we
I
should
think so.
trust them, but
You
I
think?
have free will.
That was a yes or no
I
question.
want to be a good person. So, I think that makes me a good one.
Okay.
By your definition.
Okay.
by his definition. What about by your definition?
I'm trying my hardest.
Okay.
I don't eat off people unless they allow me to.
Gross.
Otherwise, I eat off animals.
Okay.
Okay.
That's reasonable.
Understandable.
You're not there. I know, but
So that's why we got the fox jerky?
Oh,
Yes,
good,
that
good
is
job
really
putting one and one
impossible.
together. Well, if we're gonna keep getting jerky out of this only sounds like a win in the long
Yeah.
term.
I hate them. I
Hey,
hate
as
them.
long as it sounds like a win for you guys.
It's okay
Well-
if he does go against me. I can wreck him. It's fine. I'm a paladin. Radiant
Bolt-
damage.
Bolt and Bracket at this time. Bolt just comes up your arm and just whispers to you and everything. He seems okay, but be wary of this one. I don't readily trust vampires.
Okay. You mouse can say what the hell he wants.
none
I'm
of
not,
you
this
heard
is my opinion.
None of you heard the mouse. You just heard Bracket just look at the mouse and go, okay.
Out loud too, loudly. Okay.
Hello?
Don't worry about it. You know I'm weird. Like this isn't even like a question anymore.
Yeah.
I
That
think-
doesn't
I think
surprise
they're
me.
used to you by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God. Stop asking
And then
questions.
just-
I'm
Should we
gonna
be
answer.
at all worried about the meat that we're eating since you killed? Like I'm not trying to be mean or
He
anything.
just doesn't understand the system.
Yeah.
What's the question?
Is-
Should we be worried about the jerky that you made us? Like, could it do any harm to us or anything?
About
Honest
what?
question.
The jerky.
No, it can't do anything to you.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
literally just jerky.
Okay. Well, it's just being safe, you know.
Yeah.
I literally put it over a fire because I ate a fox and hid the corpse of the fox.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm trying to cover my tracks very well because I don't want anyone else to find out about me. But Muri gave me some advice that I tell someone else in our party,
So we know.
and I figured you might take the bet of the 5 of us.
Okay.
I
Are you
could
gonna
see
tell the
that.
girls
Figured
eventually?
Fucking right.
I think I might, but
You're gonna wait?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm waiting for a good moment, but I think Kyren might kill me, and I think Nox might yell at me more. So
Well, yelling is better than killing, so one before the other, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not doing either of the two.
I think it would be smart to
I'm
wait
like,
and
now that I'm
see.
killed.
Yeah, get a better relationship built between the whole group.
Yeah, I need better rapport with both of them before I tell them. I just figured you two would take it pretty well.
Well,
And at least then, like, you
Breaks
can
it.
help me, like, cover a little bit if I fuck up.
Great.
Yeah, because you definitely they should know before we get into like some kind of major conflict where you might get revealed or something. That would probably
Yeah.
be a good idea because they don't want to learn in the middle of a fight and they get distracted as shit when they're like, "Wait, what?"
yeah.
Those are my last words. This is my
Right?
planned out last
Wait,
words.
what? Cleaver to the face.
Yeah.
I hope it happens to me.
I don't want that to happen to them if we're gonna be traveling together. That would
Yeah.
be bad.
Wait, what? Nock falls over a branch, just smashes her face into a tree and dies.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna hope that I don't let that happen, but
Yeah,
As
what
long
you
as you-
definitely doing like in this kind of situation.
We're calm.
Well, no, like in a tavern, so they're less likely to.
Cause it make a
Kyren
fuss.
would still.
No, I can see make a fuss, but
Go to jail making a fuss.
yeah. Get seriously
yeah,
injured.
I don't want Kyren to hurt me.
Understandable.
Well,
That's when
as
you
long
should
as
be-
you keep being good.
That's when you should be questioning. Isn't she like him?
Well, that's the plan. That's ultimately the idea is to
You know.
keep being a good guy. That's the path that I was set on.
Okay. As long as you prove that you're a good person, there should be
Yes.
no issue on our part.
And if it does, we'll.
Well, you luckily told the two people who, if we need to, can do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was the idea. Like, if I start fucking up, I hope you guys would do something about it because,
It'll be solved.
yeah.
I'm sorry, but it'll be solved.
Yeah.
No, exactly. I don't want to be that guy who's like evil and twisted in the insides.
That's good.
Yeah, being the one that you come to terms with being the reason someone dies or something dies, someone important to you dies, it's not fun.
God, you guys have been through so much shit. I don't even know what day it is. What year is it? No one? Okay.
Not a clue.
I'm happy that none of you are questioning me more questions because I don't got answers.
You know that it is the year. Blah 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 blah. blah. Where's that speech that?
Oh, I was told during that thing. You act like I
22,
remembered that.
22.
22.
Cool. I know the year. Still know the month
Mm-hmm.
or the day.
You don't even know what a month is.
You know that it's the day of the preservation celebration. That's
All
something.
right. I guess I can guess the
It's on the
season.
same day every year.
So
I don't know what that is still.
We
He doesn't remember.
Nock's not even in the room.
No, I know.
No, this is meta. This is the meta.
Nock's on the toilet.
Yeah.
No, I'm done by now. It's been
So-
like 10 minutes.
She's probably tried to half
She's
sneak
like
back up the staircase.
by now, yeah.
So as you guys, as Naresh reveals this personal information to just the two of you and trusts it to you, I'm gonna take a quick break so people can go to the bathroom.
Thank God.
Okay, let
Alright,
me.
So we'll be back 5-10 minutes roughly. All right. Thank you guys for joining and everything. We'll be back shortly.
One.
Hello. Thank you for your patience. We're back from break. So, where we're gonna pick up? Nock.
I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just came. I'm coming back from the bathroom. What's up?
And after you guys have all long gone to bed.
Oh, okay.
Long rest?
Long rest.
Yes,
Woo!
but very quickly.
Was it a long rest? Hell
Yes.
yeah!
In Nock's sleep,
I was already gonna play this, so it's just
she has a
crazy.
dream.
I was already gonna play this like this. It's
So,
wild.
in Nock's dream, she's in a very familiar place, but she can't exactly remember it being here before. She's on a lily pad in a river, and she's slowly going back upstream. She looks around, and the sky is just a mixture of orange and purple, like the most magnificent twilight she's ever seen. And she looks beside her, and there's Kyren as well, just looking back where they were at. In the river around, she sees just little creatures just bouncing around that look like just little sparkles, but she can see tiny little faces on them. There's flowers growing all around that are a blue, pink, white swirl, and she knows she's been here before, but she can't exactly remember. What are you doing?
I turn to Kyren and I'm like, where are we?
She doesn't react.
She doesn't like. I like wave my hand in front of her face.
No. She's just like looking around, and she's looking back upstream. She sees in the direction she was looking, you can see there's a giant building with a giant glass mural on the top with 6 figures on it, and the doors are closing, but before the doors close, you can see a woman with the same colored hair as the flowers around, and a panther walking inside behind her.
I say, wait.
And then, as soon as you say wait, everything freezes. Everything around you loses its color. It all turns to gray, except for the flowers. The flowers still show their pink and blue and white swirl, and then in the distance you just hear, it's my best owl impersonation.
I look in that direction of the sound.
You turn to your right, and if you look down there, you can see in between all of the grayed out like brush and parts of the forest surrounding you, you can see deep orange eyes and purple pupils. It's a long sunken beak, and it's just looking in your direction. Your lily pad is close enough to the shore at the moment where if you wanted to get off, you'd be able to.
I head in the direction of it.
Alright, you get off the lily pad. Kyren frozen behind you in one position, just looking, and and you start walking through, and the flowers are still moving behind you, but nothing else that you touch is. As you get closer, you can make out more features. You can see the arched eyebrows, and you can see the rings around the eyes are silver. The body's about wood bark brown, and the tips of its feathers and talons are a scarlet glow. And it just takes a few steps back when you are within about 30 feet of it. It's still mostly covered in brush, and it's just staring at you, letting out one more.
I will, like kind of make myself smaller. I'm already pretty small, but I'll kind of crouch down a little. I'll be like, what are you? Who are you?
And she just looks around a little bit, twitches the head, and head goes around and everything, and then just looks down and picks one of the flowers off of the ground and just holding it in its beak, and just stares at you.
I pick one up too, and I hold it out to it.
It starts moving a little bit closer, and its wings open up, and it flies past you.
Okay.
Out. You can see how large this thing is now. It's at least double your size, if not triple. And it just flies over you, passes by where Kyren is, and it's about to take a left. Are you standing right there?
I'll follow. I'll
Mhm.
follow.
And as you get out to the area where Kyren was and everything, you see it taking a nice little sharp turn and goes under the tree trunk. And you now look at that tree trunk and you realize this is the one that you've never been allowed to go under, but Kyren says you had at one time. The one in Naresh Grove.
I follow it.
And then you get back on the lily pad, and everything's colorful again. Things start moving. Lily pad Kyren's no longer frozen, and she turns as she looks through the trunk. You guys pass underneath, and you wake up.
Ah. That's not the sound I make when I wake, but
I want that
wake
to be the
up.
sound you make. I want that's how everyone wakes up in the whole building.
No, I wake up and I just sit straight up. I look at Kyren.
I'm on the floor.
I look over at Kyren.
I'm on the
Is
floor.
she asleep?
Yes.
I'll just like.
It is morning now, so you have gotten the full long rest, but she's still sleeping.
I'll get down on the floor and I'll go.
What time is it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I look at my watch. what little direction is it pointing in?
Up.
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Just straight
Okay.
intelligence.
Straight intelligence. 14.
You're still not quite sure exactly what this is, what this thing is doing, but the smaller hand is pointed at the notch right after the one at the bottom, and the longer, thicker one is about at the left-hand side. The thinner one's still just turning ever so slowly.
I'll be like, Dawn.
15.
Dawn.
Time
Why
to
the
be
hell?
Morning.
Why the hell you waking me up? And I just turn around.
I'll be like,
Turn over.
you said that we went to like a place.
What place?
A place with like a lot of color.
Plans
like-
Grove.
Well, yeah, but like in the
The
under
way
the
in?
tree. Yeah.
The way to get there, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I just had a dream. You know those eyes I saw when we were there?
You saw eyes.
Yeah, I saw like really big eyes. I told you they're like as big as my
I thought
head.
you didn't remember the eyes.
I remembered the
one thing-
eyes.
that's one
That was
thing
like
she
the one
remembered
thing I
finding.
remembered.
Sick.
I was like, I saw these eyes when we were there. They were
Mhm.
huge and they were purple and orange and they were like as big as my entire head. It was kind of weird. Well, I had a dream where I think we might have been there.
We'll be on lily pads.
Yeah.
And everything was like blue, pink, and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were there.
Okay. So we were there and we were floating on lily pads and there was flowers and I heard a hoot.
A hoot.
I guess
Make
more
the
of like
noise.
a woo.
Okay, continue.
Okay. And so I followed it. I followed the sound and I saw this giant bird. I guess it kind of looked like an owl, but it was huge. It was gigantic.
Do I know what it is?
Did you long rest?
Damn.
It was gigantic. It looked like it
It's-
could swallow me
She's
whole.
not describing. I mean, she's describing
Well,
an
she
owl.
said owl and
everything.
giant and
Mhm.
colorful eyes. Does that not piece together for me at all?
It's nothing that you've seen in your life. You
Damn.
might be able to assume that it's a owl that's giant. You've never seen a giant owl before.
Damn it.
I say
How big was it?
like
Giant.
really big, like big enough to eat me probably. It
So,
didn't
like,
look like
three
it
of
wanted.
you.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 probably, maybe in between. I don't know. I'm not good at math.
What's
But I don't know.
What's
There's probably,
math?
there's probably
Okay.
arithmetic. There's
Arithmetic and
probably-
abacus definitely exist
Yeah,
in
there's
this
abacus.
universe.
It's math.
Yeah, I lived in the woods. I don't know what fucking math is.
So I don't know. It was big.
Yeah,
and-
because they use
So
it in
really,
building.
really big owl.
Yeah,
They live
but
in trees. They
I don't know. There was
exist.
something about it. It just
You have to build some form of
it
shelter.
didn't seem like a
Should
normal
get the stick.
animal. Like you know how
Measure
the
with the stick.
animals south of Naresh Grove are really smart.
They just
Yes.
go stick, stick,
It's
stick.
kind of like that. Like it just
Like it showed some
That's
sort
all
of
the buildings
intelligence.
are.
it seemed to be
That's
smart.
all buildings
I don't
are
know.
crooked.
Just something about
Have
the way
you
it was
been there?
looking at me just
No,
struck
I'm
me.
just assuming.
Was your dream just you
Exactly.
looking at it, or what else happened?
It picked a flower.
It picked a flower.
Yeah, I did the same.
Like with its wing?
like with its
Like
beak.
it picked it up with its wing?
No,
and
with,
then
like,
with
its beak.
Okay.
It went. and
Exactly
came
like
up-
that?
Yeah, and it came out with a flower in its mouth, and so I did the same. I picked up not with my mouth, but with my
Oh,
hand.
you should have done it.
I
or-
guess maybe that's why it flew away. I don't know.
It flew, where did
It flew
fly?
away. It flew back over me, and I turned around, and then it went underneath the branch out of
It went out of the grove or into the grove?
I think, because we were in it, so I assumed out of.
think it's just a dream, or do you think it's something that like we should look into?
Well, I mean, I saw it in real life, so
So it's something we should probably look for.
I guess.
So
I don't know. There's just something about it. I feel like it
just
knows me or something.
knows you.
Through
don't
this
know.
conversation with Asia's passive perception, she notices a little blue and pink and white coloring coming from underneath the pillow Nock was sleeping on.
What the fuck? So I immediately just like look. I'm probably sitting up on the ground now, and that's when I like turn and see it and just go. Nock, I'm gonna have to ask you a weird question. Can you lift your pillow up?
I pick it up.
One of the flowers from your dream is underneath your pillow.
I
Oof.
grab it. I like grab it, not like violently, but I grab it and I look at it.
And I just
And
gonna go.
it's
"So
in my
now-"
hand and it's real.
And it's got a blue and pink swirl on the petals, and then on the inside it's that white, and it's kind of like an explosion of white in the center outwards.
So it's clearly the same flower.
I say.
So I just turn to her and go. So we're gonna be looking for this bird.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess So
All right, we're
And
looking
I
for a
s-
bird.
I
My phone
like
is
I put the flower in my hair
Okay.
and I freak the fuck out for a hot second while I get dressed.
And while that is all happening, in
Do
the
we hear a scream?
hold on, give me a few minutes and everything. In the boys' room, as Jinrash wakes up, he opens his eyes and there's a little ember of flames on his actual blanket, just burning slowly.
Your blanket's on fire.
What the fuck?
Well,
Maybe
this
you're
is new.
snoring.
Guys.
And I wake up and be like,
it's slow-
dude, you're
it's-
fucking on fire.
Yeah, and you see the fire just slowly.
Dude, you're
burning
fucking
a
on
little
fire.
The
It-
fuck?
bit. It's still burning a little bit.
Put it out.
It's starting to get
Thomas.
hot. Bracket rushes over and does that. Oh, Callum's audio is out.
Callum, we can't hear you. We don't know why.
Hold that thought, Callum.
Facebook's glitching.
Of course it is.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
You hear me now?
we can hear you.
Yeah, I just had to put you back on the screen.
Okay. So I wouldn't have been awake to see that fire started and spreading.
He would, as soon as Jinrash opened his eyes, an ember just kind of sparked on the blanket in front of him.
Oh Jesus.
Well, this is violent.
And I am attempting to put it out like a normal person.
Dude, you have to put it out like a weird person.
I don't got water with me.
Water's the weird way.
There's water with you?
I
Yeah.
don't have water with me. Oh,
I'm
I
just
probably
gonna-
do, but I would have to go get into my pack. I was being the faster method.
So from the fire that just started burning on you and everything for a little bit, since you didn't immediately put it out, take 2 fire damage, reduce to 1 because you're attracting more resistance to fire. But Bracket soon just starts slamming your chest and knocking. killing the fire.
Ow!
I don't hurt you though. I just,
I just slap you a few times.
I deal with the problem.
I'm more like, what the fuck's going on? But I'm gonna get out of the blanket.
And now there's a nice little singe part right in the top of the blanket. It's a little burnt out now.
You better give him some money on the way out.
Leave a gold piece on your bed. And let's just leave.
Yeah, he's a grouchy guy already.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
We
really
burn a
is.
blanket. A gold piece is more than that blanket's worth. It's like 2 copper. Come on.
And then
Blanket.
and then suddenly from the other room you just start hearing a little freaking out. It sounds like Nock's voice, just freaking out a little bit.
I'm
We
gonna.
open the door quickly.
Well, our door's
Yeah.
still open, isn't it? Because we slept with our door open.
Yeah.
I would not have slept with the
You didn't
door
say you closed the
open.
door when you went back in the room.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
I
we
didn't
never
get
closed
back
the
to
door.
the room.
I would assume-
We
Well,
yeah,
I
just
didn't
burn
close
it.
the door.
I'll
I
give,
would have closed
I'll
the
give
door.
that to you. So you close the door. So you
Doing
check
knock.
and
I'm gonna smash my hand in the door.
Smack.
And the
smack,
rest
Just
will
smack.
come out
through
with
the
them all.
door.
I am
No, on the door.
frozen on the bed, so I am not opening the door. I am like,
And I'm gonna scream, is everything okay?
And I'm just gonna go, give us a minute.
We
Oh.
pause.
Okay.
Look at each other confused. Further confused because he just caught fire.
Alright,
And they're
after-
screaming.
Caught fire, girl screaming. I feel like I should be barging in there, but I also feel like if I do that, I'm gonna get smacked.
And if you're saying that out loud, then you just hear Kyren go, I said, give us a
A
minute.
minute. Okay, we wait.
What if they caught fire though?
Yeah!
We're not on fire.
Well,
why
Okay.
he
would
was.
Why would I be
Yeah.
on fire?
that
We're
kind of
yelling
snaps
this
me
in this-
out of it. I'm like, why
These-
would we be on fire?
Well, I was on fire.
And then
The
I
poor rest of
swing
the
the door
patrons.
open and go, "You were on what?
It was on fire.
Yeah.
How?
We don't know. That is a great question. This isn't my normal, like,
woke up and I
sarcastic
was.
answer.
You woke up and you were on fire. Are
Kinda.
you okay?"
His blanket was on fire. He
Kinda.
himself
You
wasn't on
hear
fire.
from downstairs a familiar voice. Somebody was on fire?
No, everything's
And it's
fine.
Kinray, and it's Kinray just at the bottom of the stairs.
Can I
Well,
like,
I look at you and I'm like, you're a dragon, right? You're like a
Yeah,
dragon.
I just never had
Well,
it before.
can you do you breathe fire? Maybe you like snored in your sleep or something.
Maybe. Wow.
No.
This is news to him.
This
Unless
is new.
he's also a
Have
4-year-old
you-
man. Like,
I'm
this is-
sorry.
yeah.
I'm
Have you
sorry. I
ever-
don't know if that's
have you
rude. I've
ever
never met.
breathed
No.
Is that how?
fire?
No.
Is that how nosebleeds work for dragons?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Kinray probably has his way
He
up the
starts
stairs.
walking
find
up the stairs a little
Yeah.
bit. He sees all the three
All of us in
three
the
boys
hallway,
out in the
like-
hall, and the girls just sticking their head out here. Is everybody okay?
Yes.
I just
Yeah, I
go,
think
one
so.
of us is on fire, one of us had a weird dream, everyone's yelling, I don't know.
Is the fire out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I whisper.
Solved.
I whisper under my breath.
Perfectly
into it,
solved.
Don't tell anyone about the dream.
Zojin's not.
And I was about to
And And Kinry's just like, oh, Zojin's not gonna be happy.
There's a gold piece on the bed. Don't worry. You have to minus a gold piece.
I know. But I can't get to my gold right now, so.
He will appreciate that.
Will he?
I hope so,
I
because
don't
that blanket
think
is
so.
worth way more.
I
It's worth way less than a gold piece.
I hope you all slept well at least.
Other than that, yes.
Okay.
I slept on the
Actually,
floor.
pretty comfortable beds.
I slept on the floor, so I wouldn't know.
Well,
That-
I'll get
you
some
cannot win
breakfast
us
for you guys prepared.
Oh,
and
thank
That would be
you.
awesome. Thank you, sir.
That'd be great.
Thank you.
All right, and he goes back downstairs.
Love you.
I'm so confused why I
We
was
should
burning.
yell fire. We should, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's against the law.
I
in
almost,
most places.
I probably just turned to
That's
you guys
not
and
a
be like,
thing
I
for
forgot,
medieval
he
times.
works
It
here.
might- it could be against the
That
law.
confused me.
Callum, I want to make sure your audio's still working. Or I want to make sure you weren't saying anything and we were just in here. Okay.
He was
wanna
just
make
laughing
sure.
at my stupid comments.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is that no
I was
sleep
still
for a
weird.
dragon?
Is that a nosebleed for a drag?
No.
You just got all over yourself, you
Yeah, I'm laughing at my own joke.
So as you guys make downstairs, Kinray does have some food prepared for you
What
and
kind of
everything.
food?
Some normal morning vegetables and everything. Some meat and
There
everything.
are no
for you
such
guys
thing as
as
morning
well.
vegetables. Let's start that off.
Before
Like,
we
They're like
go,
pancakes.
Yeah,
It's not a vegetable.
he has
Grains.
like steamed carrots and things like that. And
Before
I
we go
take a bowl of
downstairs,
carrots.
I want to go inspect the room to see if there was anything that could cause a fire.
Okay.
I'm still pretty worried about.
I
the
will
fire.
follow her in because I am equally
So,
as
would that be like
confused.
I'm already
Investigation.
downstairs with carrots.
Either make both investigation checks or one of you can with advantage.
My investigation is only +1, so.
Oh, let me check what mine is. Mine is +0.
Okay.
Roll advantage.
18 or 3, so 18.
Hey,
That's
you
nice.
look around the room, you take a few minutes, just thoroughly look around, and nothing looks like it would have caused it. You just see the blanket, just a
It's
little
singed.
charred, singed.
So maybe
out
it
the
really
front.
was a nosebleed.
Huh.
I
But
guess
that's not how they work.
You're downstairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
me and you are already eating.
Magic.
Yeah, you can go upstairs. Are you ritually casting or spell?
Ritually casting.
Okay.
You and I are already downstairs.
As they're
eating
investigating and
breakfast.
everything, you ritually cast detect magic, and it's up. And other than the things that are on your person that are magical,
And on my person, and on
Yep.
her person.
there's
Because we
nothing-
all
Fine.
which
I have magical
which
stuff
just
in
to
the
be,
sword.
make
I
sure
don't
this
know.
is made clear, you took a long rest and you were able to attune to the never break plate.
Sweet.
So that is tuned there.
Yeet.
So all your
In the
magical
ring.
items do come up, but there's nothing magical in the room.
Well, if he slept, he might have been able to attune to the ring.
Yeah, short rest or a long rest, just
Also, he has
having
the
it on
ring.
your person.
Yeah.
So,
So I'm.
And to be fair, you guys don't know this, but he doesn't sleep, so he was up for 8 hours just with the plate. So you know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that. So I'm just like.
We don't either. We went to sleep. We
Yeah.
assumed he did the same
He
thing.
was just sitting in the room, just.
watching everybody, that's
It's like,
all
creepy.
okay,
I
that was
know
weird.
what? It's fine.
Yeah.
He's in the room just
No
staring
one's
at
gonna
a
fuck
plate.
us up if we're in the same room as him. If they just barge the door, he'd be like, okay.
I'll
Punch,
just. I guess.
kick,
I guess once I see that nothing is amiss or
Mhm.
Just the-
suspicious, I guess I'll
We
go
all
back
wander-
downstairs.
We all wander downstairs for breakfast. Let's wander downstairs.
And I just have a mouth full of steamed carrots.
I'm like, are you sure?
You're
they
gonna
don't
choke on
breathe
those.
fire?
Nah.
It was on fire.
Sorry.
I promise you
Sorry.
that. I panicked.
Oh.
I don't wake up. I panicked awake.
And as you guys all walk downstairs, your detect magic does get something from behind the bar. A few things.
Ooh.
But you guys
Yes,
go.
I'm still concentrating on it. What is the School of Magic?
Yeah, he goes to
Um,
the School of Magic.
God, what would that be? Oh, give me one.
Give
second.
him a sec. You have to get a book now.
No, I know what it is, but I don't know what school it technically is considered. So give me one moment.
I'm still just shoving carrots in my face.
I sit down
Yeah,
and I
I'll,
take some pancakes for myself and eat them like
You
a normal
see me
person.
for the
Can I
first
ask
time.
Kinway for water?
You see me for the first time. I am still eating with my hands, but I'm eating very slowly. And you
So why did
would
you guys
probably
scream?
notice that I'm. I had a nightmare. That's all.
And that's a very pretty flat. Where the hell did it come from?
I found it on the way here.
Oh, okay.
I
But-
probably have to roll deception for that.
But you didn't
actually.
have it last night.
Yeah, and if he says that
You went-
now, you have to
no,
roll for deception.
When you went for a walk to go to the bathroom, then you went for a walk.
Oh, you're right. You can. That would be the better
This is
deception.
me
But
whispering to her in Druidic.
Okay, then I will say. Yeah, I went for a walk after
It's,
after we went.
It's the School of
Mr.
Enchantment.
Brian, scoot back just a hair. You're
I went
really
for a walk
paper
after.
balloon.
I'm
After-
gonna talk to the
I will roll for
To the
deception.
owner.
You know what I'm saying.
real quickly.
18.
You approach him and he's like,
So,
"All right, how's it
insight.
going? You sleep well?"
Hey, I did sleep well. And I'm gonna charm person on
Oh, I
him.
definitely
So
failed.
you don't know I'm lying.
Maybe rolling there's a
Alright.
poor decision.
What does he need to save? And is this something that you have to like? Is it vocal? Is it you see hand movement or
It
anything?
is vocal. I'm going to like
Ask.
basically I'm going to ask him if I can go behind the bar. So I walk up to him and what is his name again?
Zojin.
Nogan?
Hey,
Yep,
guys,
Zojen.
Can I go behind your bar,
Nogan.
grumpy
Yeah, just go
bartender?
behind the bar for a moment and investigate your wares.
What's the
Okay.
save he needs to make?
He needs to make 14.
He rolled a
It's a
14,
wisdom thing.
and I'll even show he rolled a solid 14 before you even told me what the save
Oh,
is.
God.
So,
That's super upsetting.
because I rolled it the second you told me I need to make a save.
What's his name again?
Zojen, Zojen, and he just looks at you really curiously, and he's just like, no, you don't work here. You want a job? Then maybe I might give you the privilege.
No, that's fine. I just have a curious feeling that you've got something back there that shouldn't be back there.
I mean, I got a bunch of booze back here that can be served for people if they want. Technically, that's not supposed to be back here. It can be in your mug if you want to pay for it.
It's a little too early for beer, I think.
It's never too early.
Hush you.
Okay.
You were just on fire.
Good, Jinrash.
That's cool.
And
Actually,
I'm
can I
so
buy a round for
confused
my
in that
friends?
one too.
What?
Can I buy a round for my friends?
Go ahead. After giving you guys free rooms, I'm glad to
And I
take
just
any of
be
your
like,
money.
don't buy me one. I'm not gonna drink. It's too early.
Yeah, I just woke up. No
I
thanks.
just need water.
All weird things. We're picking them up through the mic, not through desktop audio.
How much is enough for? Well, I guess I ordered a round for my friends. So how much is that gonna cost?
How many people are getting a mug?
I do not.
I just want like milk or
I'm
something.
ordering 4 mugs. So
4 mugs. It's well, it's 16 copper pieces. So
16 copper pieces. Love it.
all right, and he pours you guys a few mugs and hands it out. Enjoy your breakfast.
I will say to you, DM, that during that interaction, Jinrash and I had a contested roll for deception, which I won. Just to let you know.
For what were you deceiving?
I told
flower.
him that the flower I found on a walk last night after I went to the bathroom.
Good to
Just
know.
wanted to let you know that happened.
Thank you. All right, so and after you
Still
guys,
confused in that one.
you guys don't
pancakes.
see anybody else in the bar at the morning. It's pretty quiet. Kinray's back in the back right now. Zojin's just still at the bar. So if you guys finish up your meal really quickly and then
Do you guys sleep well besides her nightmare?
The
Yeah.
floor is actually a lot more comfortable than I thought it was.
I-
Would. That's
I
not
don't
odd.
know.
Yeah, I don't do beds.
I don't know. I mean, I
Maybe
don't
she doesn't
really-
have beds. You're
Yeah.
assuming where she's from. That's rude.
Well, no, we have beds. I just prefer sleeping.
We don't really have beds in my tribe. It's more like a cot or like
We have things to sleep
Straw?
like
on.
cloth hung from 2 trees.
Yeah, like yeah.
I don't think that exists. So I
Hammocks exist.
Yeah.
Hammocks have existed for thousands of years.
Okay, were they called hammocks in 1300?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
22,
probably.
22.
Do you want me to double check? How old are hammocks?
That's fine.
Well, no.
Fine, I'll call them a hammock. I'll say
We
it,
have
yeah.
like
We
beds
have
and like
hammocks.
things
Is this
that we
the
sleep like
girl's
nests
Or
and
the
stuff. I just always
Kinray,
preferred
or
sleeping
what is-
in the
What's
trees.
that person?
Kinray and Zojin are the only two in the bar at the moment. Kinray was the one who is shooting with Kyren.
Kinray made me perfect carrots.
Kinray is the girl, though, yeah?
Nope.
No.
No.
Kenra's the girl. Kinray
Kinray's
is the
the
boy.
half-elven boy.
They're twins. It's hard to.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the names. It's been a little while.
No worries.
It has been a
The
little.
been a
Mayans
hot
invented hammocks thousands of years ago.
Okay, fine. It's a
Thanks,
hammock.
Mr. Fact Check.
So, I want to call Kinray over to me, if that's okay. Like,
I doubt they
can I
called
just
them hammocks.
shout out the name Kinray and have them come over to me? Is that...
I mean, he's in the back room right now, so if you just randomly shout Kinray within the tavern, he'll probably be like, poke his head out through the door and be like, "Yo, what's up?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, Kinray!
Hey, how's it going?" And he looks
You
back
come over here
nervously.
for a moment.
He looks back nervously at the food he's cooking in the room. Can I help you?
Can I come over to you for a moment?
I mean, I'm behind the bar. You're not allowed. Do you need me to come there?
Most of the way through the section. And he'll be
I
different
start
next section.
walking towards him, and I look him dead in the eyes, like I'm making eye contact, and I'm like, I need to know if there's anything magical behind the bar that I should know about, and
What?
whether or not you've seen it before.
Why? And
Well, I just need him to make a wisdom saving throw now.
And Zojin's at the other side of the bar, just side-eyeing this conversation as well.
Well, that's fine.
I shit you not, I just rolled another 14.
That's so upsetting.
On the
I'm
dot.
just gonna leave now.
You'll never know.
So he's just be like, I mean, and he looks nervously at his boss Zojin, and he's just like, as far as I know, there's nothing magical behind here. There's just food and booze.
That's fine. I'm just gonna go.
Have a nice day.
Charm person. Alright.
Jesus Christ.
Alright.
I'm just trying my hardest here, Brian.
I know you are.
Have we all seen these two
twice in
awkward-
a row?
Have we all seen these two very awkward conversations that he just had?
Yeah, all you guys are just
Yeah,
sitting
and me
eating
and
and
her
just
was kind of
watching.
giggling, being like, why does he keep trying to get behind
The
the
bar.
bar?
Yeah.
So Naresh walks back to the table with all of you.
So what was that about?
Yeah, why do you
I
care what
was
they have
simply
behind the
using my
bar?
detect magic spell, and there's something magical behind the bar that I want.
Maybe it's for
Or like
protection.
want to know more about at least.
It could be
Stop trying
his
to steal
thing to
people's
protect
shit.
himself. I mean, he owns
He's
a
an
tavern. What if someone came in here and tried to rob him? It could be something for that.
No, I understand. I just want to know more about it. I'm just curious at this
You're
point.
nosy.
Yeah, I think you're kind of nosy.
She says as she yawns.
I am nosy. I understand that.
Well,
Keep your nose
I
on
mean,
your
he's
own
really
business.
he's a really grouchy guy. I feel like nosing around in his business probably isn't the best idea.
Probably not.
And if you look
No,
over at the
it's
bar,
probably
he's
true.
if you look over at the bar, he's still shining glass, and you can hear like a little grunt every once in a while.
Jesus Christ, can this man have some sunshine shine on his goddamn soul? Oh
Ooh,
my
ooh,
god.
I can sunshine people.
No.
No!
Okay.
No, I'm just.
I think he needs to go in the outdoors and enjoy a fucking day off at this
I
point.
can make it outdoors in here.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna be able to take a day off. We spent the night for free. Like, we didn't. pay
Wait,
for
wait,
it.
wait.
But we
maybe
all got
can.
Wait,
breakfast.
can I just look at him and be like,
And
sir, I
food.
think you need a vacation.
I'm
Oh, by
fine
the
here.
way, who drank the drinks?
Oh yeah, I will ask him how much
I
their
drank milk.
food will cost. And
Um,
the-
Drink
like the
milk?
food.
I ate
Yeah,
carrots
it's
and drank
breakfast
water.
time, not mead.
No, I made all the time.
Who drank the drinks though? Because I need to know how many I drank.
I'll do one.
I
So
did
you
one.
brought you brought 4 drinks, and Jinrash drank 1. So you have 3 mugs of alcohol with you.
Oh fuck! All right.
Just give another one to Jinrash.
Wait. I have an empty water skin. I will provide it for him to pour it into, and I'll say we can save it for later at least. It's really early, guys. This is a problem. I close
We don't
it.
have water.
Right. So I'm still gonna drink 2 though.
All right,
Like-
make a Constitution saving throw.
2 of us? Or no?
Nope,
I want
just
the order
Callum.
of one.
Okay.
With just one.
Okay. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Is he
I
gonna,
got a 7.
he's gonna puke.
The alcohol tastes so bad that the second you drink a little bit of it, you you cough it back up, and there's a little bit of puke.
Ew.
Naresh, maybe you should avoid that.
Ew.
I'm just trying to drink the drinks.
I really told you not to drink this early in the morning. Like, you shouldn't drink on an empty stomach. That's just a
What
bad
does
idea.
happen to coffee?
Yeah, coffee's a better idea.
Wait, how old's coffee?
Coffee's just as old.
Yeah,
Coffee's
Yeah, but not from where we are.
Coffee's
definitely
older than ham
Yeah.
is.
I'll say coffee exists.
Coffee definitely
Thank
is
you.
older than ham.
Thank you, DM.
Just like tea.
Yeah,
Mm.
tea's super old.
Well, yeah,
Tea
if
would
you,
be a much better
So,
drink in
so
the morning.
Callum, you puked a little bit in your mouth, but it wasn't like over the table and
I'll
everything.
just be
so.
like,
Yeah, if he puked in
Ew.
my direction, he'd get slapped.
I just
Okay.
feel like maybe
Okay.
let's just save the drinks
Let's
for
drink,
later.
just drink some water.
I
Naresh, how about
have
that?
some of it saved. I could probably fit another one in there, the one that you didn't puke into.
what century is this technically
I
set
didn't puke
in?
in any of them. I puked in my mouth.
No. Actual,
What-
like, in
what-
terms
what-
of
what
relative
year?
to a real.
What year?
13th century is when we began making
I'm
actual
gonna
coffee.
say coffee exists in this world. My overrule.
Okay.
Ah, bitch! Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
So after you
Cafe.
guys finish your drinks and everything you pay, I'd say for all the food and everything, just a silver piece and everything.
Okay.
You guys can get
Who's
two
paying the
each.
silver
I'll
piece?
pay the silver. I have exactly 1 silver.
Okay.
All right,
Can't
and
remember
then
what I got.
the day
Why
is
is it broke?
the day is yours.
It's
You
not
guys
working.
have been tasked something by Muri.
Let's get
I will
on the
say,
road, guys.
You were also
Wait.
you were also given about a
I'll
just
have to
amount
use
of
a
gold.
laptop
So
next time.
I will say, wait.
It's
Before
weird.
we go, I want to go to Maka's and see if she has anything else cool.
Ugh.
I know, we were
Wanna go
just
where?
there.
Well, I'm gonna go climb a tree and wait for you.
Fine, okay.
So you guys are gonna go to Maka's?
I'm
No, she's going to Maka's. I'm gonna go and find the tallest tree I can find and see if I can get to
So
the
will
top.
we taking like 15 minutes to just go screw around, or an hour probably realistically, to go screw around?
I just want to see if she has anything cool left over from
You guys
this
don't
celebration.
have to follow
Wasn't there
the
also
story.
another magic shop that we didn't go see?
Fence Fantasies.
Mhm.
I have a very good memory.
I'm
Want to go to the magic shop?
Yeah, why don't we go to Fantasies?
I want to
Because
go
we
to
haven't
the
been
shop always.
I just wanted to talk to Maka.
Okay,
Oh.
well, 3 of us are going to the
Yeah,
magic
I'm
shop.
Yeah.
going to find the
She's gonna go find a tall
tree
tree.
that I can find. And I'm gonna make it to the top.
I'm gonna roll my eyes as I
Okay.
hear that.
Okay, good
And
luck.
I'll be like, I'll be above ground. See y'all in a little
Scream very loud if you need us.
Yeah.
No, apparently you're not allowed to scream if she's in a tree.
while. He said I scream if I need you.
So the closest tree.
I'll be able to see you.
So
So,
the
don't worry.
the closest tree is actually just right across the path and everything.
My God,
it's-
he had like a tree like ready for me.
It's
Jesus Christ.
it's not entirely tall. If you want to get taller, you probably have to get actually where they're going towards Fence Fantasies. That's
All right,
why
I'll
it's
climb
there.
the tree outside of the fucking store then.
All right.
That's much safer.
So you
So
guys.
that way, if you hear me fall, you can come right back out.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to Maka's or Fens?
Fans.
Fens.
Fens.
I go to Maka's.
Okay. All right. So you guys split up a little bit.
Again?
Maka's and Fens are not too far and
They're
everything.
across the street from each other.
Right across the river.
We're off across the
Um,
river from each other.
So as Nock gets over to Maka's Mysteries, Maka is once more outside the shop, just looking around the corner across the river at Fens.
Wave my hand.
You're behind her and everything. So.
Oh, I say, excuse me, Maka.
Oh, hello.
Oh, sorry.
You're
Hello.
gonna kill
Sorry, I
the
didn't mean
camera,
to scare
Brian.
you.
I apologize.
I just want to double check. Maka is the one that had the booth,
No.
or was that
Trell
Trell's
is the booth.
trinkets?
Mhm.
Dang it! Oh well, I'm at Maka's.
All right.
Okay, so I
Can I help you?
yeah, I just wanted to see if you had anything new since yesterday. I know it's only been a day, but I wanted to see if you had anything cool.
Unfortunately, the only things I have left is some more aroma treats and the Jagger. You guys actually cleared me out pretty well.
The aroma treats do what? again? I just
I
want
have
to
some.
double check.
For 5 gold pieces, you can get 2, and if you crack it open a little bit, a aroma comes out, and it will attract a nearby animal, the native to the area.
I have 2.
Okay, so, quick question.
Yeah.
No, me to DM.
Okay.
Do I yet know that I would require herbs to do anything companion-y? Do I know that? Do I know about that yet?
Because you're a ranger and everything, you've been there. I'd say with advantage, roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
I just want to see if you can know.
Okay, intelligence straight?
Mhm.
20.
Okay.
Dirty 20, but...
Especially from your dream last night, giving a little bit of clues in a way, you would believe that herbs and fruits and things like that is something that might attract a companion.
Okay, I will ask her if she has anything that would be comparable to that. I know I don't have enough for the full price,
I
but...
mean, I have some herbs back there, not too much. It's just some stuff that I try to mix in with some of my magical. How much are you looking for exactly?
About 20 gold's worth.
The amount that I have back there, it's probably only worth 5 gold at the moment.
Okay, I'll take it.
Perfect. Oh, and looks one more time across over at Fens. Starts seeing your companions walking over to Fens as well. Okay, I'll go get that for you quickly. And
Thank
goes
you.
inside, grabs it. There are some nice herbs. There's a nice scent to it, a little waft and everything. It smells a little bit off to your nose and everything, but you can tell they're good quality herbs.
Does she give me like a bag to hold it in?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So there's now a bag of herbs
So,
in your
yeah.
bag.
Yeah, I will.
Oh,
take
and
it.
my miss on one thing earlier that I'll tell Naresh that Naresh, you can say if you would have told Nock and everything. The flower that is on Nock's ear is actually technically magical.
Ooh. What? What?
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. What you would know from it and everything, though, if it is a type of herb, and if it's ground up with medicine, like other type of medicinal plants, it can amplify their effect. So it is an herb of some sorts. Would you have told that to Nock? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my
If
part
I
from
would've
this.
known it, yeah,
So
definitely.
that is an herb in its own right.
So, the flower that I have, so I will take the flower out of my hair and
Mhm.
put it into the bag for now.
Okay. Alright. And then over at Fens Fantasies, who went over to Fens?
The
Was
three
it-
of
I'm in a
us.
tree.
Okay.
Four.
So you walked past them
Three.
all after they got to Fens and everything and just climbed a nearby tree that's actually right outside his shop.
Sick. I'm at the top
Um,
of it.
Roll dexterity check.
Fuck you.
No, can we wait till we're about to leave the shop because I want her to fall. If she falls, I want
I
her.
just want to see how well she can climb.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Poorly sounds like what it's going to be.
Son of a bitch. What do I add on that?
Just your dexterity.
Dexterity.
Oh, I got a 6.
To climb the tree, it's a little bit of a struggle. You do slide down it a little bit, but after I'd say about 3 or 4 minutes, you're able to climb up to the branch.
So embarrassing.
The amount of time it takes us probably to get to the shop. To
So,
the shop.
Fen is outside, and he's just got a little pot that he's just mixing around. He's just like, "Good morning, everybody." He just holds his shoulder a little bit bandaged still. How can I help you? His
Very-
eyes still drooping a little bit like before.
I will say that.
How are you
once-
feeling?
Once I grab everything,
last
I'll
night?
head over.
Feeling better than last night. I mean, like, this morning's been pretty slow. At least I'm not getting attacked by any monsters.
Let's hope that doesn't happen anymore. That
Yeah.
would be good.
So, I think I got all your names last night a little bit. It's, Naresh, Jinrash, and Bracket, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, how can I help you this morning?
I'm afraid we come see what you have to offer. In the
Well,
magical
wares and
wares.
products and
Well,
other fun things.
I specialize in potions,
Ooh.
so I have potions in my shop. Here, come in. I can show you inside. And he slowly walks in, and he lets all of you guys inside the shop. Inside, You do see there are shelves lined with little see-through jars of some liquid. They're all different colors. There's red, there's green, there's blue. They're all lined in a glass case.
Magenta?
On the walls, no. On the walls there are some, not on the walls, in the back corner. You can see there are some cauldrons over there and everything. There are also some clear jars as well. So what kind of, are you guys interested in any potions of any kind?
Curious what you had first.
Well, let's see.
Rattle off a list for us, kind sir.
Right now I got a few potions of healing.
Ooh.
I got some potions of climbing.
I know someone who needs that. Oh, she missed that. That was depressing.
I got some potions of animal friendship.
I also know someone who
Yep.
needs that. It's the
got
same people.
Some potion of water breathing.
That'd be
Wait,
cool.
water breathing? Okay.
Yes.
Misheard you, sorry.
I got some of my purified water here. And then also, this is something that's kind of new. I've been dabbing in it myself, but there's a potion of spell recovery.
That's cool. At this time,
That's
I would
interesting.
probably walk in.
Just knock through the door. Knocks and comes through
Yeah,
the
I'll
door.
like knock and come through. Yeah.
What's it called?
What was that, Naresh?
What is it called?
The last one is called the potion of spell recovery.
The potion?
Alright, is there anything that catches your eye? Anything that interests
How
you?
much are the healing and water purifying ones?
Well, the potion
Healing.
of healing goes for 50 gold pieces per
Oof.
potion. The spell recovery is 60 gold pieces.
No, the water purifying.
Oh, the water purified, that's only about 5 silver pieces. It's a specialty of mine, it's not hard to make.
I feel like I'm gonna get one of those.
Alright, it's 5 silver pieces.
Yeah, I'll chuckle at that. I'm like, you feel like you're gonna get one of those?
Alright, and he'll take one of the clear jars of water and everything. It's got a cork in the top and everything, and he hands it to
So,
you.
how does this work? So that way I know.
Oh, well, it's just some purified water. It does have small healing properties. If you drink it and everything, it can heal you for 1 hit point. He doesn't say hit point, but I'm just letting you know it heals for 1 hit point.
Alright. I now have to add that to my inventory. This is gonna take time. Is this a
It's-
custom item or is it in
It's
something?
a custom item
Oh,
I made.
balls.
Just
I'll
called purified
ask him
water.
if he has, like, potion making equipment.
I don't have anything like that. I mean, I have my own personal, but
Yeah.
nothing for sale.
Okay, just curious.
Are you interested in any potions of healing?
A little outside the price range.
When we have more money, yes.
DM reminder to people: you have a 10% discount to
Yeah, we
things.
do.
I mean, are we
Still
not,
doesn't mean we
like,
can afford it.
we should totally go in for a potion.
Repeat.
That could be a
We
good
can
idea.
afford it. We just have to pull our money.
Yeah. If
Okay, so
someone
we
else
should do we
volunteers-
want to get one?
I'll tell Naresh, you should show him your pendant.
But what about the whole he has a
Yeah, no, I
animal
also
friendship
show him
potion
the,
too. What does that go
Pendant,
for?
Muri's pendant.
Oh, I did not know you had the favor of Muri. Here, I'll give 1 silver piece back for you. It can only be 4 silver pieces there.
Yay!
What were you saying?
A potion for animal friendship.
The animal friendship with the pendant. It'd come to it's normally 200 gold pieces. It'll come to 180.
Oh God.
That's a lot.
I'm going
Yeah,
by
let's
book
stick with the
prices.
potion
Yeah,
of healing.
that's fair.
Potion of healing normally runs for 50 gold pieces, so with that pendant it'd be 45. Are you interested at all in the potion of spell recovery? It's something new that I have.
That sounds pretty cool.
I would love that, but I think that we would be better served pooling our gold for a potion of healing.
I think we should
Okay.
get up.
Yeah.
Well, the potion of spell recovery, just to let you guys know, it normally runs for 60 gold pieces, so with that pendant it would be 54.
That's not bad. We'll note that next time we're in town, because we'll definitely probably pick one up.
And as you're looking, the potions of healings are a nice red color. The potions of spell recovery is it's a brightish green type of color.
Alright. I think we should. So what? The 4 of us are standing in there right now.
Yeah, I'll
it's
give
45.
I'll give you guys 12 gold. I know that's a kind of odd number, but I'll give you 12 gold.
I'll do 13.
25.
So you need 20 more
I
gold.
did just
Yeah.
spend some gold, so that's
So
fine.
between Jinrash and
Each
Naresh,
you give
20
10.
more gold.
Yeah.
Do you guys each want to give 10?
Yeah.
Callum?
I'll give 10.
Oh, whoops.
Who are we pulling this to?
Pooling for the potion of healing.
No, but who are we giving it to?
Oh, who's
That's
gonna
it.
hold it?
The potion of healing.
That's up to you guys.
I don't know who's gonna hold. Who thinks
Oh.
they need it the most? I don't.
I think whoever can get to somebody who is hurt should probably hold it. Who's fast?
I think we all 30 feet.
Well,
I
yeah,
have
but
actually technically the fastest movement.
Then I say you hold it.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
so
can
you
get
one of
to
you two
people
since
who
we'll
are
be up
hurt,
front.
Alright.
Alright, that'll be 45 gold, and he reaches out to all of you guys and takes it. Oh, you guys must have, you guys helped out a lot last night. I guess you're in the favor of the town now.
yeah, I guess so.
If only I got more
Kind
free
of
stuff.
cool.
I'm looking forward to plenty of business with you all.
I hope so too. You seem like a very kind gentleman, sir.
Thank you.
We now all walk out for her to fall out of the tree.
Alright, if you guys are all set, you can walk out of
Yeah.
the tree.
We all walk out to the tree to grab our kind friend who's up in the tree.
And you see Kyren laying at a branch. What is
Okay,
Ky-
I will
Kyren?
knock in Druidic on the tree.
Knock in Druidic? Like,
Yeah.
Are you doing? Are you?
Yeah.
Are
Like
you
Morse
translating?
code.
That's-
Are you
Secret
Morse
knock,
coding
secret knock.
Druid?
Yeah, like,
There
like
is-
I'll be like, come down.
There is a sort of written code in every for Druidic as well as
Like
spoken.
Morse.
I don't know if there's any Morse
Aw,
code
come
type,
on.
but I would say you and Kyren
What's
have been
secret
friends
knock?
long
Okay.
enough. You probably have a secret knock.
Okay, I'll do a.
I wonder how that comes through the mic.
And I'll look down. Can I use Molars just right on the ground and just be like, "You guys done?" with a question mark?
You can.
I'll hold up.
And
a,
suddenly on the ground in front of you, you see words just suddenly appear on the ground as if somebody was writing it with their finger or a stick. And it
And it
says, "You guys good?
done?"
You guys done?"
Can I now scream yeet up the tree?
Go ahead.
Yeet!
See, I just hold my.
You hate
thumb
me
up.
so much.
You said yeet.
Yeah.
I told him that he can do pop culture references.
We can
I
do
don't
one
You're
mind.
gonna use yeet.
Yeah.
I vote to leave this party. Okay, so
As Bracket gets down on one knee, down.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Can I just be like, that is a very strange form of.
I like how I know
don't
nothing
what."
useful and only pop culture references that no one else understands.
Alright, so what are you doing
I
to try to get out
climb
of the tree?
tree.
Alright. Are you climbing the same way you went down and everything? Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you
You'll eventually become good at this.
This one. 15.
Yep, you're able to get down the tree fairly quickly and safely. You do not fall. You land on both feet. I'm not trying to make you
Yes,
fall.
you are.
No, it's all up to the dice roll, Asia.
The dice hate you, not us.
I don't hate
Yeah.
you. It's the dice at
I
times.
was thinking sure. I'll say you.
All right. So, and at this
Oh,
time,
I went away
as soon
after
as-
a long rest.
It should have.
as soon as Kyren comes back down, let me get back
Did you
to
actually
the
hit
current
long
session. Yeah. As soon as Kyren gets back down, you see coming across the bridge towards you guys is non-vocal, and he walks up and he's just like, "Hey, I heard from Muri the task she has appointed to all of you guys. I want to thank you
Where's
personally."
the jar?
I got it.
He
There's
hasn't.
jars right on there.
He slept with the jar. Good thing they didn't catch.
Yeah, what's up?
I appreciate that and everything. That is very important. And after seeing all
You
the,
get it.
and then he looks at
Good.
Bracket. He looks at Bracket. After seeing the creativity that you had in battle last night, it inspired me a little bit. You remind me of myself in a way when I started out.
That's good.
When
I guess.
When Bracket says that Jinrash slept with the jar, I
Mhm.
put my hand against it to see if it's warm.
It wasn't where the fire was.
No.
If you slept with it, it would be in the bed.
Okay.
Fire was
I
in
was
the bed.
just curious. Just
Mhm.
wanted to make sure that wasn't why.
You remind me a lot when I started off. A lot of creativity over form. And then in the corner of your eyes, you can hear some, yeah! And you look over there, and in the trees, not where Kyren was, but a few over, there's Tio and Urem, sword fighting a little bit. he's training him a little bit. Tio's blocking every little attack that Urim has, but he has his sword and he's attacking. And Nan just looks over that direction. Now, if only I can teach that one instead of that pillock of a paladin.
Who?
Tio over there.
Who's the paladin?
He's a paladin. He's much retired now from what I hear, but Tio Skyreaver is his name. Yeah, I don't know how, but he lost that arm sometime in his years. And not much more is known about him, but that boy over there has taken quite a liking to him.
Oh.
He's teaching him form, but true skill comes from adaptability in a dire situation.
We didn't do that in real life, okay? I didn't do that in game.
And as he even says that, Tio swings and knocks the sword out of Urim's hands, and Urim looks for a second, and then just picks up some rocks at the ground and starts pelting it at Tio.
That's creative.
And yeah, and Nan looks at you, nods, and be like, "Yep, at least that boy does have some creativity and spirit in him as well."
Creativity is important in sword fighting.
Yeah, you got to be able to adapt to situations. Sometimes your sword won't be in hand.
Sometimes your shield's across the battlefield because you pegged it at someone.
I did see that too. That was very good, and that actually brings me to my point. Remember speaking to you yesterday at the festival? You let me know that Xylia has a plan for you. I feel like I must do my part to help out in that. And from his pack, he pulls out a longsword. So this longsword, it has a black handle, and it has like 3 small gear-like notches around the actual handle, so your hand can perfectly fit in one spot.
Kind of creepy. He knows what my hand looks like.
The blade is
I agree.
bronze, and it's got red lines tracing the exterior. A black hexagon shape is on the handle itself, where your palm would be, and 2 orbs rest on the points of the hilt. The blade itself curves in a bit, so it kind of goes in, widens out, and then comes out to a point. It's not too thick, but just like a little
So
bit
it's
of that
kind of like a
design.
scimitar?
It's more like a Roman type of old sword. Like if you look at some images, it comes out, in, out, and then back up at the point. Scimitars are more like a curved the whole way.
It's the actual physical blade goes in and then back out. So it's heavier at the end than it actually is at the...
The blade looks a little bit warm, but as you take it and you touch it a little bit, it is sharp to the touch. And there is a half-wide crevice running down the center of it on both sides and everything. The scabbard that is, he hands you with it, it's leather, it's maroon, and it's got bronze arches across, like the ends of gears that are turning. And he says to you, "This is the sword that I used when I had first gotten out. It's called the Radiant Ripper."
I now have to add this.
Yes. I'll help you out with this over there.
We'll do this later.
I journeyed with this blade as I searched for my destiny long ago, and it brought me to this town. I do not know why, but I've gotten a really strange feeling over this past day. I feel like I've been waiting to pass this on to you.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Just so you need to know, this is a special sword that Asmars like ourselves are built for, in a way. You can charge it up with your light cantrip every morning. If you charge it up for a minute, just holding it right on that hilt, and he points it with the hexagon shape right there, you'll, in a way, charge some of your divine energy into the sword itself. You're able to make it light up. And then also, there's a chance when you are hitting a foe, some of that divine energy might get expended out to them as well.
That is awesome.
It's something that definitely helped me out as I started, and especially if you're going on such a dangerous journey yourself, I hope that this helps you out along the way.
Thank you so much. It must mean a lot to give me this sword. As I know it must mean a lot for you. To you. It meant a lot to you.
Just
Words.
use it to serve Xylia well.
I will. Take the sword and attach it to wherever my other sword probably is now. I have 2.
Alright, and at this time, you guys are all gathered together, and Urim runs over to you guys from Tio. He's following a little bit behind. He's like, "Hey." Yeah, okay. He's like, "Hey, are you guys all leaving?"
I'm admiring the sword. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Alright, well, I heard that you guys are all going out on a journey of sorts. Just, you guys can kill all the monsters you want, just make sure you save Ilios for me, remember.
We got
I
you.
got it.
We got
Just for you.
Just for you.
I'm gonna get that guy, and Tio comes over and he's just like, "Yep, yeah, he is."
Yes, he is. Yes, you am. Yes, you are.
Well, just be careful out there, all of you. Tio says to you guys, it's becoming a more dangerous place out there, much more dangerous than. And his stump shoulder comes up. Back when I was out there,
Thank you.
What happened to your arm?
I don't like to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I roll my eyes when she says that.
Sorry, I'm nosy.
It's
Yeah, a
fine.
lot of people don't like to talk
That's-
about battle wounds.
That's normally the first question people ask me. It at least took a day for you, so.
See, I did well.
Alright, well, come on, we got more training to do. He's like, okay, and Nan is just like, if you ever want to come with me, I'll be able to train you as well. And he's like, nah, I'm good with Tio. He's teaching me the ways. And he's like, very well. And the two run off into the forest. Anyways, I need to get back to attending to the festivities of yesterday. Figure out everything that happened. Good luck on your journey, and I think you were acquainted with him, Arik, our
Yes.
new recruit.
Yes.
He's
Uh-huh.
at the southern border. He's already gotten your horse and carriage, and we've provided another horse to you as well.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
That's very kind.
No
Thank you.
problem. Alright, I'll
If
see
anything,
you
I could have just turned into a horse.
the next time you guys
It's not
come.
an hour.
I will see you here. And he walks off.
DM, can I amend that I was doing the light spell to the sword while I was waiting? during
Yeah, the whole
conversation?
thing. You're just charging up the sword. and
Cool.
everything.
I realized I should have said that after I'm halfway up the stairs. I'm like,
Alright. So everything is all set. Fenn's back in his place. Urim and Tio ran off. Nan walked off. You guys are all in front of Fenn's says now, what do you would do?
Let's go.
Yeah, I say.
do we
Yeah.
adventure,
I think we
adventurers?
should probably
Yes.
head out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about time to head out.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys all head down to the southern gate, where there is just a little arch entrance and everything, a part of the fence at the border of the town. And Arik is just sitting in a chair. He's got a sword and shield, and his guitar is leaning against the chair. He's just looking out down the path, not really paying attention behind him where you guys are coming up. And there is your horse carriage and another one attached to it in front of him.
Arik!
Ah!
I have
Oh.
it here.
Hey!
Hey!
You guys finally came. Oh, hey, Naresh.
Hey.
I've been practicing. Nothing's happened yet, but I'm still. And he traces the sigil a little bit more and everything that you taught him. I will get it. I'm determined now.
Aw.
I'm glad, Arik.
Well, I prepared everything for you guys. I got Jinrash. I got your horse and carriage and everything.
And thank you.
This is one of our horses here and everything. And you look over there. Compared to your brown horse and everything, this one's got he's brown, but a much lighter tone, and the mane going down his back is actually silver.
Ooh.
This one, apparently they call him Swift Silver.
Swift silver. Is
So
he fast?
creative.
I mean, I think so.
Oh, he's so cute.
I've never seen a horse with a silver mane before. It's pretty cool.
I love him.
Everything is all set for you guys. I hope I know you guys are going on some dangerous journey and everything, from what I hear.
We
But
have a horse and carriage.
Yes.
Oh,
But,
brilliant.
I know you guys
Where do
knew.
you
I
know
mean,
this?
I've already
How
traveled with
convenient.
with Naresh for a little bit, and he protected me. He's a really good companion. He'll keep you guys safe.
That's awesome.
I can keep myself safe.
I can
we all
imagine.
can, but it's good to take. Oh my
Yeah.
god, let's try this again. Take care of each other. English is hard, man.
I went through the Blood Ashen Trail with him and everything up north, and that's a very scary place. He kept me safe there. And he turns to Naresh one more time. Thank you again. I really can't thank you enough.
No trouble, Arik. I hope you stay safe here. And I hope they teach you the ways of soldiering well enough. And I hope you stay on the path of bardom. If you so choose.
Well, it seems like that's where I want to head. I mean, they're already teaching me well. Did you guys CSA? I mean, it was utter chaos, but I did kill that thing. One of the werewolf-looking things that I've never seen before. It was really scary.
Hey,
Proud
I mean,
of you.
good job killing something. That's pretty cool.
First
Very
day,
First
first
day,
kill.
first
First
kill.
day.
Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
I'm very proud.
That's a
did
very
good.
successful first day.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Let's just hope
I'm
the
sure that
rest
the
of them
rest
are
of your career will be just as
successful,
successful.
but hopefully less eventful, because you know.
Yeah.
This is
hopefully
a calm
less
village.
I'd rather
Let's
you
hope it
stay
stays
out of
that
that kind of trouble.
I mean, with everything that happened, and he looks off in the distance, and you can see just from like over the treetop, the top of Zaitali's promise with the blue chains around everything. Things are a little bit weird. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
But
say
Always
that.
staying
Well,
on
monsters
toes.
do exist in our universe, so yeah.
are there other universes?
We'll not get on that one.
I look at him really strangely. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Don't fill
Don't
this
mind
poor
him,
kid's
he's really
head with
weird.
nonsense.
And I'm just gonna lift my hand and be like, just give me a high five. And we're gonna go.
All right.
Alright.
See you later.
Well,
Ari.
safe travels, and
We'll see you again soon.
you guys all
Hopefully.
get up in the horses and everything. It's now fit with both the horses on the front of your carriage, so you can go at a much faster pace. You also have less of a load on your carriage without the benches, so
see.
people can actually sit.
So
in
we
them
were
now.
all into. I'm
I
gonna
will
sit in the
still
front
be
with you.
sitting on top of the carriage.
All right, and you guys make your way out of Ladris on the first steps of your adventure.
Woo!
I assume someone needs
Yeah!
to kind of lead the horses, so I'll
Yeah,
be
it's
up-
me.
He's
Okay.
leading the horses
Okay.
because he knows how to do that. That's how he got there.
You don't know where we're going though.
You're directing us.
Yeah, so
You're
I'll be
navigator.
up front and I'll.
Well, I was gonna sit next to him, so I was gonna be like, if something came at us, I'd be like, oh look, sword.
And-
Oh look, sword.
Neither of you know where you're going.
Then direct
Fine.
us.
And I'm just
You're
like,
gonna sit between us.
In the
There,
back.
you're small enough to probably sit between us. It's probably a wide enough carriage.
Yeah.
I'm literally just laying on top of the carriage, but like, just don't go into like low hanging branches and you're gonna kill me.
Oh yeah, and I
No, it's a flat.
expressly tell them. I expressly tell them when
No,
we
but
get
it's-
to Nyra's Grove,
There's no top.
do not eat
It's just
any
open.
of the animals there
The
because they're
You weren't.
smart.
You're on
Yes,
top.
I did.
No, you're on top
The
of a
benches.
huge pile of benches.
There were benches. The benches aren't
Wait,
there
wait,
now.
wait, 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 wait.
It's now just a flat carriage and everything,
Yes.
nothing in it except your
We
equipment.
can't
Yes.
eat any of the animals in Naresh Grove?
No, you can't.
What do we eat?
Yeah.
Like fruit,
Food we bring in.
food you bring in. You can't eat any of the animals there. They're intelligent. They can talk.
Yeah.
It's cruel.
Oh. Alright.
I think that's pretty
They'll
reasonable.
literally be like, don't do that.
Yeah, you'll be banished,
Yeah.
maybe even killed. So
Okay.
Yeah,
That, that makes sense. That's good advice.
yeah, they're good,
Yeah,
good little guys.
I
Don't
beg of
kill
you
'em.
to not hunt where my god is.
No, we got you.
Yeah.
Thank you for
That's
telling
good
us so we
advice.
didn't fuck up.
I-
Yeah, that's why I told you while we are very far
Fine.
out from where we're going.
Tell us when we should stop, and we shall go to the being vegan for the rest of that. Time.
That's what I am.
So as you guys are going along the path and everything, the river that has been passing through the town continues out as well, and that's to the right side of the path. So you've been following that a little bit. To the left-hand side, there is some grassland and some hills. Throughout the day, for the most part, it goes by. The first half of the day goes by quietly. What is everybody's passive perception? That's their perception modifier plus 10. I know Asia's is 21.
13.
14.
13.
13.
Or, yeah.
My past perception is fucking insane.
So the only person who notices this
me.
is Kyren.
Ha
Now, off on one of the hills to the side, about a quarter into your journey, so you'd be expecting about around noon time, you can see a person, along with a mastiff, along with him. They're pretty far off. It's pretty, I'd say it's a few hundred feet and everything on top of the hill. And they're not fully just standing there. You can only see, like, the upper half. It's like they're just watching. He's got a green bandana over his face and one over there, and he's just looking.
Should I point him out? Or should I just keep that one to myself and be like, who's that?
That is up to you.
I'm like, I've taken my little bracelet off and I'm like looking at all sides. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Okay,
how
so
it
I'm
works.
gonna nudge her and in Druidic tell her where to look.
Okay. I'll look in that direction.
And you see the same man. He's
Okay.
just standing there, green bandana over his face, and
Does
here
he
he's
look?
got kind of like It's not green. It's just a normal type of vest.
Does he look like aggressive? Does he look menacing? Does he look like he's just having a day?
The majority of his face is covered. He's just looking in your direction.
Okay.
He's just.
So now I'm like,
That's my favorite sentence.
I'm contemplating like jumping on a goddamn cart.
And
We're
then a few
moving.
and then,
Yeah.
and then a few
Does
seconds.
his gaze follow us as we move?
It has been, but as you guys have been staring at him for a little bit, he pets his mastiff on the head, and then they back down the hill.
Okay.
Okay.
Green.
Well, I guess we're fine.
So under it, I'm gonna go green bandana's mastiff. Remember, in case we see them again.
Okay. I go back to looking at my
everybody
I'm
else-
playing with the. Can I pull out either sword quick enough?
Everybody else just hears
Well,
Kyren
you
and
didn't
Nock.
see the guy.
I know. I'm just playing.
Everybody, other than it
Driving.
just hears Kyren and Nock just talking in a weird language they can't understand.
I imagine it sounds like a.
I feel like it sounds. It's never been. I as far as I've looked, I can't find what druidic sounds like. I'll look into that. I imagine it sounds like forest noises and everything.
Yeah, I
It
imagine
should.
it sounds like
Yeah.
like
It should.
creaking
Probably
and
like Gaelic.
like
Probably in a way.
Who wants to hear Gaelic? I have multiple videos
yeah.
I can pick up right now.
So
So
that is what happens there.
yeah, I'm like, is there like any way to open it?
Open what?
The
Her wrist thing.
the
Her watch.
wrist?
We don't know
Is there
that.
any way to open it?
Yes.
Any way to look at the back? Like,
But
is there any
clearly
writing
watch.
on the back? Anything like that?
Sorry.
Roll an
Speaking of
investigation check.
Okay. 12.
How am I sitting on
Um,
this bench with both of the swords?
So you've taken it off in a way, and
It's still an open back.
you
so
look
it's- yeah,
underneath, and
it's kinda
under
like
the metal
sitting kinda
portion
like
of it
no
and
one
everything,
lean back too hard.
it says
You'll get two swords.
"With love, be."
No, there's still sheep.
With
I know.
love B,
We're
like
doing
the
that.
letter.
hmm But
I can choose a
it's
sword.
and it's written
Choose a
in
sword, I need a
common
sword.
itself.
Be careful with
Okay.
that. You don't need you hurting anyone.
Okay.
And now
What do
roll
you
an
need?
intelligence
Mighty
check
boy?
since you are looking at it. I'm gonna say
Or
you
normal
spend a
sword?
good portion of it so you can do it with advantage.
I keep
boy?
my
Okay.
normal sword.
Nat 20.
Nat
So total
20.
of 21.
I believe
Da, da,
someone
da,
correct.
da, da, Nat
From what
20.
he told me. Light sword is awesome.
Nock is now tied with Bracket for most
That's
nat
extra
20s.
damage. My extra
Hey.
damage. My extra damage.
So you spend a good portion of this, and you have realized from the morning where you saw it at that one point where it was down like there, the thicker one down here, it is now moved up, and it's at this one, and the longer, thicker one is over here. It seems like it has moved because you do have a concept of time. It seems like it has moved with the day,
Okay.
in a way. So I'd say with that nat 20, you do know that this is in some way tracking time.
Mr. DM,
Mhm.
can we buy one of those education clocks, the giant education clocks,
That is up to you.
and just put paper over it, and then just put the lines of where quote it would be?
Like, are there
Because
visible...
it's hard to visualize this to the.
Are there
to people
visible
watching.
gears on it? Is
Um,
another question.
I'm seeing what those
Are
are.
there visible gears, or is it like a facade where the gears are like hidden underneath? Like
It's-
I can't see any gears.
It's hidden underneath, and with
Okay.
your investigation, you just see there's a little thing on the side of it.
Mhm.
You don't know what that does exactly yet.
I
though, with
probably
the
wouldn't
investigation.
touch it without
Mhm.
knowing what it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
And throughout the day, a few more hours, everybody who is just looking out instead of focusing on things, you can roll a perception check just for the area.
Overall rolling perception.
Yeah.
Being rude
I
dice.
can't reach it. Help.
Callum, you know
Oh.
how you have to roll during the day.
Only
Help.
7.
Is it like your first check?
7 total.
I got a 10.
13. Wait.
Uh-oh, we're gonna get
With
attacked.
perception?
So I only rolled a 7.
8.
Come on, Bracket.
8.
The only person who notices this is Jinrash.
Damn,
With his
that's
13.
good,
You
at
got a
least.
10,
I
right?
got 10.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 13 without any modifiers.
Oh, actually, I'd say 10. So Kyren and Jinrash both notice this. Off the path to the left, you notice about 40 feet off the path, there's a hole.
A hole?
You stop the horses real fast.
Yeah, there's a fucking hole over it, guys.
Oh wait, we
I'm
have to
slowing
switch.
down.
Give me a sec, Brian. I need to switch to battle map.
So we stopped the horses.
You guys notice this hole off the side of the path.
Hey.
Why did we stop?
There's a fucking hole over
There's a
there.
hole.
Do I see
Like
the hole after
40
he points
feet.
out the hole?
Once he points it out, everybody can notice the hole to the side.
You're right. There is a hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's
There's a
not-
hole in the bottom.
I tell
Fuck.
Kyren, stand up on top of the cart and see if you can see anything.
And I stand on top and look down in the hole.
It's just the
You can
back
see it
of the
goes
bench.
down. You can't see it to the bottom yet from that angle.
You wanna lift?
Yeah, can I stand on his shoulders to get taller and look down?
You can still see a little bit further, but not at the end.
Damn it.
From this angle, you're still a little bit. It's on the.
Okay.
There's the path. And then
Okay,
there's a
I'll
few
go
feet.
up to the edge and look over.
Okay. If you go up and over to the edge, you look down,
Yeah.
and it goes down about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like 30 feet down to the bottom.
Okay.
There's no light down there. It
There's
is
no
all
light.
dark. It looks like it's completely dark around there as well. So it's just.
Can we
Oh,
fit in this
hole.
hole?
Yeah, the hole is as wide as it is there, so it's about like 15 feet around.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna do something fun.
Okay.
And you know what it is. I'm gonna sit for a minute and use my primeval awareness to sense any of my favorite enemy within 5 miles, which are humanoids.
All right.
I want to
Oh,
see if I can
wait.
sense any in the hole, essentially.
So after a minute of sitting around, you do, other than your companions here, you don't sense any humans in the nearby area. About 4 miles, I'd say about 3 miles ahead of you down the road, there are 3 individuals. Right at the end of your range, 5 miles towards the grasslands, there's a group of some individuals. It's about like, I'd say, 15 or so humanoids
Okay,
there.
but no one in the direction.
Nobody
that
in
I'm
the direct
looking.
vicinity.
So you believe the hole is safe?
I think so. I don't sense
what's
any
cool-
humanoids down there, at least.
His light sword.
Okay. So,
I decided it's a bonus action to get
so
them
I
to
would
the
also
light.
notice. Correct.
Do you want to tie it off and then drop it? See if we can see.
I-
No.
I would
not
also
really.
notice.
This seems like
correct,
an
that
important
only
sword.
3 of
Well,
my
no,
companions
tie the
are
sword
humanoid.
with a rope.
Okay. I wouldn't
Yes.
say that. I wouldn't say that out loud.
Yes. So from using that primeval awareness and everything, the only things that give you the humanoid vibe are Kyren, Jinrash, and
Oh
Bracken.
wait, are dragonborn humanoid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
So-
part human.
So Naresh doesn't.
I would
Sense
not
doesn't
say
As
that
you
out
guys
loud.
know, but not all of your characters, he is considered undead, which is not considered humanoid in
So,
the.
I don't
Spartan
say
lore.
anything about
So
that.
this at this
I
point,
am
I,
also humanoid.
I looked up for the primeval awareness that she has. Undead is its own special thing, so undead is not included in there.
I count as undead and humanoid.
Would it be? Because there is a separate thing for undead.
Yeah, but no, I know I'm both.
Could we go under the he senses a humanoid but more faint?
I'll give it to you that there is a humanoid vibe, but she gets a sense that it's not just humanoid. I'll say that because there is another thing coming off of you.
Well, no, I'm just saying because the sheet says that I'm both.
Okay. So I'll give it, you do get that feel, but you get a different feel
Like
than
I can tell that
everybody else.
he's a
There's
little
something
less human.
off. Yes.
Okay.
so this
I
point,
won't say anything about it, and
at
I'll be
this
like,
point,
I
I'm
think
the
this
only
hole is.
one that doesn't know.
I'll say I think this hole is safe. I don't know what's in it, but there's definitely no humans down there.
So light sword.
Yeah, light sword, I guess.
I guess I'll go first because I have the sword of light.
Well-
Want to do torch?
I mean,
We're
should
going
we
in the
really-
hole?
You could let one of the people who can see in the dark go first.
I can see in the dark too. I'm just
I
being
can
nice
see
to
in
other
the
people. I'm just being-
Okay,
I mean, I can see in the dark.
I can't.
I'm the only one that. Oh, we're the only ones that
I
can't.
can't. I don't have dark vision.
So I'm gonna
Okay,
go.
so you two can go in front, and I'll give light to them. How's that as an
yeah,
answer?
so I'm
Okay,
behind now.
so I'll drop down.
So you guys go first, a
How
little
are you
couple
guys
paces.
getting down? It's 30 feet.
Hemp rope.
Yeah, we have rope. We
Yeah,
all
we
have
do
rope.
have rope. I was
I
thinking
tied it to the cart.
I was thinking I might just do like the thing where you
The
put your
daggers?
daggers into the
We
wall.
do
I
have
do
daggers.
I do have 2 daggers. I was thinking I could use my daggers.
I feel like
to
that's
kinda-
less safe
That is
than
very
just using
unsafe.
the rope.
It's
'Cause
only
if
a
you
30-foot drop.
Still an ouch.
You're 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
10 times your height. So you mean ouch.
You climbed like a 40-foot tree earlier and no one yelled at you. Jeez.
All right.
Do you
So you
think
guys
that-
tie the rope and everything.
Do you think that it would be significantly difficult for me to... Would I know that it
You'd
would
have to roll a
be
dexterity check
significantly difficult?
if you lost it, you fall down the hole.
So how are you tying the rope again?
I'm
No,
tying
I'm
the rope.
trying to... Okay,
to
I'm gonna
the
do it. I'm
cart.
gonna
Where'd my
stick
phone
with
go?
it.
Are we gonna do
Alright.
one at a time, blowing people down?
Yeah.
Yeah. If
No,
you
I'm
try-
gonna stick
Well, no,
with
it's
what
gonna go
I said.
onto the
'cause
cart,
I already said it.
down the hole.
So you have 50 foot of rope and everything. If you move the cart a little bit off the path and everything, and then
Yeah.
tie it to the the rope should be able to hit the bottom.
I don't know, this is fine.
Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna lower
I'm
him
using
down
my
first.
daggers to go down.
Okay.
Wait.
That would be a dexterity
Yeah,
check,
I'm
right?
gonna say a dexterity check and everything.
Okay.
Or
because-
acrobatics.
They
They're
could
the
be either.
same. They're the
Yeah.
same for
Oh.
me.
The rest of us are going down the rope.
7.
I told
Plus-
you not to do this.
Just 7 total. That was
Um,
plus.
You get,
Ow.
you get a few notches in, and then one just digs through the dirt and falls, and you try to get the other one to dig through, and you're just sliding them as you go down the wall.
Is she going too fast for any of us to grab her?
She's already a few feet down.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you are having some resistance as you fall. So instead of the 2d6 for 20 feet, it's just gonna be 1d6 and
Okay.
everything. So I unfortunately rolled a 6.
That's fine.
So as you fall, you do land on your feet, but it hurt, and you
Okay.
take 6 bludgeoning damage.
I already said that I was gonna do it, so I stuck with it.
Mm.
Okay, so we're all going down with
Yep,
the rope like
and
normal
Nock's,
people.
Nock's already down there. No light at the moment, so she can't see
I'll
further
say,
down the tunnel.
ow.
Yeah, we see her. Ow. Well, she didn't die immediately, so that's good.
Yeah.
And Callum, don't forget your Knight's Guide, remember?
I'll be like, it's dark down here.
My what?
Knight's Guide.
You lady thing.
Yeah.
Your lady thing.
Yeah, it is.
I try to like.
The less technical term.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I remember this.
I wanted to make sure you didn't forget.
I try to like feel around me to see if I feel any abnormalities. in
And I
the
drop
wall.
down.
The
I
walls.
know
just-
that my eyes,
Mhm.
I can't see anything, but
You can see in your general area from the light from above and
Okay.
everything, but everything is just dirt walls at
Just
the
dirt
moment.
Now that I've seen her fall down, can I drop down faster with the sword so that way, you know?
And you get down there, and then the sword
You're
can
fast,
illuminate a little
Yeah.
bit further down
okay,
the path.
fine. I admit it. You were right. I shouldn't have done it.
And it illuminates
Yeah.
a little bit further down the path.
So I take out my Knight's Guide
Mm-hmm.
and I uncap it
Okay.
Would you like to go down before me?
so that like the light's
Okay.
showing.
Blind boy over here.
All right.
I fear I give her the option, or she could
Oh wait, no.
So your
I'll
Knight's-
see it and I'll go behind you and make
Your
sure
Knight's
you're-
Guide goes basically
Right,
as
it's
bright
lit up
as
down
as
here.
light
You can
as
see the
sword.
bracket
Okay.
sword.
Going down.
I don't care.
You can see the
I
sword.
still want to go last.
So your
Yeah.
Knight's Guide goes about as
Fair
bright
enough.
as bracket sword, so you guys can see about as far as I've revealed right now on the map.
Yeah.
You guys are both down here, bracket,
You should probably put our
Nock,
characters there.
and Jinrash, so we can actually move your characters down there now.
I'm gonna fast repel. So I'm gonna
All right, and
tactically just slide down the rope.
This is
You'll
where we see how
tactically slide
actually
down,
good this is.
and then you come down last.
Slowly.
Okay, slowly. I won't make you do a check. You
Yeah.
went slowly.
Being careful.
All right, and you
You're not
guys
playing the game.
move forward a little bit.
Yeah. Do
All
we
right.
need a marching order?
I mean, if you who's going first?
Would you like me, Mr. Sword, to go first?
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going
I'll
first
go
with
right
my light up
behind him.
sword.
Brack will be going first, and as he gets further here, he can reveal the rest of the chamber here is open. I'm gonna, if you guys have anything to say about where I'm placing you, just let me know. I'll move you somewhere else. Knock falls. Again.
Ah!
And you can see this is gonna be representative of another treasure chest. 2 treasure chests. Right here.
Ooh, cool. Okay, so I.
Guys. Eerie feeling. Be careful. Who knows if the true check.
Both of them look like simple wooden treasure chests. They're about 3.5 feet tall and 3 feet wide.
How many locks, I'm assuming?
You can go up and tap.
Hey,
Can I
Naresh.
detect magic?
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, Naresh,
Yeah.
can't you detect magic?
Yeah, he does detect magic.
Are you doing that as ritual or a spell?
I would use it as a ritual.
Okay, so you guys sit in this hole for 10 minutes as the rest cast detect magic.
Worth it to maybe not die.
Mm-hmm. And
What the hell is this thing?
Detect magic does not detect any magical items or
Cool. So it's
creatures?
probably
in
fine.
nearby.
Okay.
Oh my god, I clicked
Cool.
on
So
something
it's
wrong.
probably fine. I mean,
Alright, so I go to open the first one.
Mhm.
Because and my reasoning behind this, guys, is that if there is a trap or some shit, it's my wrongdoing. for
okay.
not catching
I'll
it.
step back while he's doing it, just in case there's a trap.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the axe
I'll
just
step
in
back.
case.
I have the sword out.
Like 10.
That's kind of my
feet.
thing. Swords.
Just in case, just to in case there's like gas or something that comes out, I step back.
Which one are you going towards, Naresh?
Is the black dot a chest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they both are.
I want the black dot first.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna walk to the other chest.
I'll move you up to it. I'll move you up to that one.
Okay.
Are you guys where you are?
Sorry,
Do you think?
Yeah.
Alright.
Everybody else happy?
As soon as Naresh touches that chest, it opens up in a mouth and it
Yeah.
just grabs onto Naresh,
Yeah.
and he is adhered to this creature, and everybody needs to roll initiative as there is a mimic.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, would this
Fucking
count as a
bitch.
natural environment?
Yes, it is.
16, 18.
Wait, what do
Oh,
I plus it?
crap.
What do I plus?
Initiative.
I'm
Natural
unnatural.
20, 25,
There
DM.
we go.
Wait. What do I plus?
Your
wait, no.
initiative bonus.
I got a
What's
19.
that? Oh, I got
11.
a
Once
17.
again, the person who can't be
I got
hit
a
by stuff
17.
goes last.
Alright,
I
so
got
Kyren,
17.
17.
19.
I go last, Brian. I have 11.
Naresh, what do you get?
Unnatural 20.
Me too!
Okay, just to determine who goes first, because she got a nat 20 and everything.
Mine was
so.
25 total.
She goes first.
Probably.
Yeah, what's after your dexterity added on, Callum?
What? No, I got an unnatural 20.
Oh,
unnatural.
unnatural.
Okay, I thought you said nat 20. Okay.
Unnatural.
Nock is now in the lead for nat 20s.
Nice.
You kind of knew that was gonna happen.
Alright.
Well, I mean, I had advantage, to be
Does everyone
fair.
remember we have stuffed animals?
Yes.
Did we ever put those into our equipment?
I did.
I don't remember.
Alright.
Mine is a stuffed
I did.
owl.
Mine's a stuffed wolf.
Alright.
Yeah,
I have a
stuffed
stuffed wolf.
animal.
Mm-hmm. So,
I refuse to pay for it.
Nock is up first as this chest just opens his mouth, purple, like, sticky liquid as its teeth, and just
So I
grabs
guess
onto
this isn't
Naresh.
a humanoid, huh?
No.
That'd be why it didn't work.
So
Do I take damage
I'll...
for grabbing onto me?
What?
Do I take damage for grabbing onto me?
Not for just grabbing, but you are now considered to be grappled.
I will cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's biting him.
Alright. And I got these things prepared, but I did not have them. I'll start using them next session. I got the little markers and everything. There's only one thing, so it
Okay.
is now Hunter's marked. Alright. That is your
So-
bonus action.
Yeah, that is my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will shoot it with an arrow.
I'm like, shoot in the face!
Yes,
will.
It's just stuck on him. He's just like, shoot in the face! Shoot in the face!
26 to hit.
26 hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
That's a good shot.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. Brian, you need to give me my information on my sword. I'm gonna need it in a second.
I'll let you know as you roll, because I'm going to have it written for you after this.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. 16 damage.
Alright, 16 damage.
Thank you,
All right.
Hunter's Mark.
There we go. Is there anything else you want to move? You want to do anything?
Well, I have clear vision of both right now, correct?
Because of all the light in the room, yes.
I will move slightly closer to Kyren,
Mm-hmm.
but I will keep my distance.
Alright. And that ends your turn. Next on the initiative, Naresh, you are grappled. You can either attempt to escape the grapple, or, you are still attached to him, so you can try to attack him physically.
Can I smash him in the face with my never break plate?
Yes, you can. Make an attack roll.
I'm doing it. Fuck.
He's not doing it.
I mean, I might be doing it, but I doubt it. Okay, so does a 12 hit?
12 just hits.
Yeet.
Fucking right. I love it.
So roll damage.
Yeah, hold on. I need to know how much damage I'm doing. D4 plus a d4 slashing. Okay.
And Brian, this business is done.
Okay, so it takes
You can go to bed.
Yeah.
5 plus
Sorry.
3. 8 damage, and I take 1 slashing.
All right. So 8. Okay. All right. Is there anything you would like to do as a bonus action? You are still as you smash the plate on his head, it just immediately reforms in your hand, and you're still just adhered to this thing, just stuck. You can't move at all. Is there anything for your bonus action?
Can I bardically inspire Jinrash?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say you could probably play your fiddle with the reformed plate if you wanted to, just the plate across the
No,
street.
I don't want to play my fiddle. I'm going to sing to him.
Okay.
He's not an idiot.
Sing him a little ditty. I'm going to be like, Jinrash, fuck this motherfucker up. You can kill him with your axe.
All right. And you are now bardically inspired. So you can add a
Okay.
1d6 to any of your attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. After his turn goes Jinrash.
Well, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna rage.
Yes, you
Yeah.
actually rage.
This thing
Alright.
gonna die instantly.
And as he rages, a 10 foot, I believe it is, the radius and everything of your thing. Let me just
I'm
make sure.
Wait, where are
Sorry.
you standing?
Yeah, no, you.
Oh.
I went up towards you as when you guys were
Oh.
moving up.
Mhm.
You moved up.
Yeah.
All right, so you're up there. So let me just make
I think
sure
you're just
to
that range of killing
everything.
me.
So you have as he activates this, a 10-foot aura of just dry air and flames you can just see like through the air, just little wisps and everything appears. And everybody in a 10-foot radius of him automatically takes 2 fire damage.
Am I within
So-
10 feet?
So everybody within 10
I
feet
am
of
mint.
him.
I'm not within
So,
10 feet. Yeah, I'm
um,
not. I'm all the way
I'm
back.
just
Yeah.
at.
Actually, no, you are 10 feet from where he is because it's 2 squares. So the mimic, Naresh, and Bracket take the fire damage.
Oh god, I just highlighted the whole page by accident.
Take 2 fire damage.
Yep.
Ow. Fuck. Me.
Thanks, Jinrash.
Hey,
He doesn't
I'm
know this
mother-
does this yet.
Yeah. I'm just learning about this, just so you know.
We'll learn.
And and then
As
su-
long as you fuck this motherfucker up, I don't care.
This is fucking ridiculous, first of all.
and then suddenly, from taking that damage, the other chest opens up into the giant mouth and everything.
It grabs me.
And is
doesn't it?
another mimic. It doesn't grab, but it's right in front of you. Is now taking the 2 fire damage and it is now open as well. So there are 2 mimics in front of you.
I am
now.
going to swing my fucking axe
All right.
at the one that's clamped down.
All right. Yeah. Roll an attack.
There's always so much shit on here.
That's a 16.
16 without stuff still hits. So
Yeah.
roll your damage now. And don't forget your rage damage.
12?
Yes. D12 as long as you're doing it with 2 hands.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Plus your
and-
strength, plus your rage. Your
There's some
strength,
matching.
I pulled up your stuff for you, so plus 3 and then plus 2 for rage, so 11 damage from that strike.
So I've done a total of 13.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Fuck this bitch.
and so that ends your turn. So your bonus and your regular, unless
Yep.
you wanted to move at all.
No.
All right. So then after that on the initiative
God, I
is
was lovely.
Kyren's turn.
Kyren, what's up? It's your turn.
There are 2
I
mimics
want-
in front of you now.
I want to cast an ice knife.
Ice knife. All right. Where are you? Who are you throwing it at?
I want to throw it at the one that is on him.
Near Bracket.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the range?
60 feet.
Oh, you're great then.
All right. Roll an attack. I believe it's a spell attack roll for ice knife.
Yes. I'll use one of
Yep.
these.
And then you add your spell attack modifier, which is 6. Oh wait, yeah.
24.
24 hits.
Ooh.
Roll the damage, which is 1d10 piercing damage to start.
Can you give me a D10?
It's fine that it's 0 after it.
8.
All right. It takes 8 piercing damage, and then per ice knife, The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So the creature and Bracket need to make dexterity
sorry,
saving
Bracket.
throws.
Yay.
I'm sorry.
Which is going to be what?
Your d20 and then add your dexterity saving throw, which is going to be the upper left corner where your saving throws are.
Dexterity, you have plus 0. So this is whatever your dice.
17.
Okay, so the Mimic fails and Bracket succeeds. As I'm assuming 17 is above your spell modifier, which is 14
her
and
DC
everything.
is 14.
Yep, and it doesn't say you take half damage on a success, so you take no damage. Roll 2d6 damage, Kyren. And this is going to be ice cold damage.
I get damage?
Yo, you
No,
deal it
you
on
deal
him. This
that.
is 2d6 extra damage that you're dealing with the ice knife to him.
3, 6.
Alright, so 9 more damage.
Damn.
Alright, and is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
You might be able to do it like a cantrip.
This means the mimics go after, and then I go.
Although I've never.
I rolled so poorly. Keep rolling
So
horribly on
I
me.
can't do anything
Oh
else.
wait, you could turn
Wait.
into an animal if you wanted.
Well, is that gonna help me?
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
It's
wanna go
completely
close.
up to how she wants to do
It's,
this
it's
fight.
up to you. Yeah, I just.
We haven't
wanted
seen
to
you not fight as an animal.
Give you the option.
Let's see you regular fight.
No, I'm saying I'm far back enough that
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
just fight from back here.
Alright, and that will end Kyron's turn.
Yep.
Next is the Mimic that is right next to Bracket. and
Yay.
Everything. So,
He's a little cold. And a little hot. He's just
Alright,
awesome.
and he's gonna roll an attack against Bracket.
Just fire.
And
a
he
little frosted.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Hey, you got hit!
That's very rare.
I mean,
Alright.
22 is a pretty good hit.
Mhm.
So.
It's hard to hit me. I'm 18.
So this is going to be 10 bludgeoning damage, but you have your feet for -3 on all non-magical bludgeoning damage, so you take 7 bludgeoning damage.
That's a good feat to have.
Heavy armor master and everything. I believe it is.
Nice.
I've so
And-
far taken by far the most damage in this.
And you are now considered to be grappled, as you are now stuck in its purple maw that's just like moving up and down, trying to gnaw through your
I
armor.
don't know if that's true. I got knocked out last session. I
Mhm.
probably took more damage.
Well, I'm saying
For this battle.
This
And
battle.
that-
Oh, okay.
And
besides the
that-
mimics.
Yeah, the mix have gotten fucked up.
And that will end that Mimic's turn. Then, Bracket, what is your dexterity modifier?
My dex doesn't.
+0?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the other Mimic's turn that is eating right now on Naresh, and it's going to do a bite attack on Naresh.
Oh no.
Woo!
And that's so lucky that almost hit, but it changed at the last second. That's going to be only a 10 to hit.
That does not hit. Yay!
So this thing is currently trying to just chew on you and everything, but it just can't get through. You're just pushing off just far enough, keeping out of the reach of its actual maw, but still stuck to it. Bracket, it is your turn. You are now grappled. You cannot move. Ability checks have disadvantage, but you can still hit things.
Good thing I have a big ass sword.
So this is just like a normal longsword to hit, so it's your strength plus your proficiency.
To hit.
Yes.
5.
What did you roll? What did you roll?
1.
So you got a nat 1. No, you automatically fail with a nat 1,
Yeah.
man.
Guys, I'm useless.
That-
I can leave today. I'm
That
gonna
is
go
your
kill myself
that
with
is
a
your
sword.
first nat 1 ever.
Wow.
You're right. Normally in battle I kill stuff.
So
It
you're
took
just
a lot.
you're just stuck to it right now. You can't get an angle on it. You're just trying to stab down, but you can't hit. Anything you'd like to do as a bonus action?
There's nothing useful I have for bonus actions right now.
So you just ending your turn right there?
Yeah.
Shove the apple into its mouth.
No.
That I don't think that a poison apple's gonna be fast enough to kill it.
So Nock, it is now your turn.
Okay. So do I see which one
No,
looks
nothing
more
useful.
hurt?
I'd say the one that is holding Naresh has taken a little bit more damage. Its outside chest looks a little bit more cracked.
Okay, I'll aim at that one again.
All right, roll to hit.
19.
19 hits.
And
That's the one your hunter's marked and everything.
Yes.
So
So 9 damage.
all right, 9 damage. Anything with your bonus action? Any movement at all?
I still don't have anything to do with my bonus action. I'll stay where I am. I'm pretty good where I am.
All right, Naresh, it is your turn. You are still
All
grappled.
right.
Yeah,
I'm not trying
everything
to
I have is
I'm going to shatter it in the face with my blade again.
Alright, just roll an attack roll.
Oh, could I maybe say,
my
Naresh,
phone.
what did I say
I know what
about
happens.
getting close?
It was a chest! I'm sorry!
Asia's not.
I didn't know it was an enemy. Okay, I rolled another... No, I rolled a 13 this time.
13 hits.
Sweet.
she can sleep until her turn.
Okay.
She's tired. She's got work in the morning.
Yeah.
So... 2d4. Shit. No, I take half... Oh, shit.
You take half of the slashing damage when you do melee.
So it takes 2 bludgeoning damage,
Mm-hmm.
and... Which one do I add my modifier to?
You just add the modifier to the damage and everything, because I mean it doesn't matter which bludgeoning or piercing, it's just to the attack roll.
Well, right, but I take half of the slashing damage.
It's
so
just-
which one do I add my modifier to?
It's just the rolled damage that you'll take half of. You don't, your modifier not included. Your modifier's
Oh, okay.
your modifier is technically
Okay.
part of the bludgeoning since that's the main, so the piercing is just what you take half of. So what? How much
Oh,
damage does
alright.
it take total?
So it took, it took another 8 damage total.
All
And
right.
I took another 1 damage.
All right. Anything else with your bonus action?
I'm gonna bardically inspire Jinrash again.
He's already
I'm still
bardically inspired.
bardically
He hasn't used it yet.
inspired.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, well then I'm gonna bardically inspire, Bracket.
All right. What are you saying to bardically inspire him as he's also getting munched on by another mimic?
Don't let that bitch do that to you.
Come on, Bracket, this really sucks. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
All right.
Let's kill these mimics. This really sucks. All the doo-dah day.
You are now bardically inspired.
I was watching the stream while I was peeing.
Nice.
that's,
Oh, that's awesome.
that's the only good thing about this whole situation.
All right, Jinrash, it is your turn.
I do the 2 damage, don't I?
You have to. You can activate that as your bonus action.
Okay.
You don't have to do it each turn.
Please don't. Please.
Yeah.
But it could kill one. I don't know how
Or
bad.
you
It's
could
your
kill one.
choice.
Yeah.
Everything in a 10-foot radius. 2 fire damage.
No, I'm gonna swing my axe again.
All right.
At
Roll the hit.
At the same one.
Did no one see us said eat it to death, mains? Because I knew his turn was coming up.
That was a 1.
All right.
We are
failed.
useless today. Wow, the 2 people who are supposed to be like the hard
Yeah.
hitters
So
have
so
done
you're
nothing.
trying not to hit Naresh in the middle of it, and as you swing down, the chest like kind of hops to the side a little bit as Naresh is wiggling, and you slash right down on the ground, missing.
Ouch.
No.
Narrowly hitting
It
Naresh's
didn't hit
foot.
me.
Narrowly hitting Naresh's foot, but not.
Okay.
So you're sketched out, you're like, oh yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to do with your
I'm gonna burn
bonus?
the motherfuckers.
Everybody within 10 feet of
Oh
him
my
takes 2
God.
damage. So Naresh and both mimics and Bracket take 2 fire damage.
We're definitely training this. We're
Yes, we
definitely.
are.
we're
Take
definitely-
it back. You did hit me.
All right. After that,
What is? Oh.
Kyren, wake up!
How did you fall asleep so quick?
She's very tired.
My turn.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah. Thorn whip. Did you?
Thorn whip.
Did you ever finish leveling up? Because you only have 16 health points. That seems wrong.
She has a total of 21 after everything. I have her on my screen
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
So she's not.
All right.
Is
So
it
Asia
I
cast
don't
Thorn
think I-
Whip.
She lost some, remember?
Oh, okay.
Make a melee spell attack against it. So roll a d20.
Okay. Oh,
And which one are you thorn whipping? You can
Fuck!
technically hit both.
I hit that one.
Oh my god.
This is the worst one we've had so far. This good thing these are like not super
Like,
powerful.
I'm getting nat anything, so I got
What
2
about
nat ones.
your-
So which one were you trying to hit? The
one that has
bracket?
Yeah, I
No.
believe so.
Naresh.
Naresh?
Naresh? Alright. You
Yeah,
try to hit
bonus action.
you try to hit the mimic with your thorn whip, and it kind of just whips right at at Naresh's other foot, the one Jinrash almost hit off.
So it's just like, really?
So basically, because I'm now irritated that none of us have been able to hit it in the past, like 4 people that have tried, I'm just gonna angrily turn into a bear.
All right. So can you replace Kyren's
Yes,
with the
I
black
can.
bear? All right, and that will end her turn. That goes on to the mimic who has bracket, and it's going to try to hit bracket with its bite attack, and it is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Such a big bear.
All right.
Oh, good. See, I was concerned. I was like,
So
oh, no.
you are going to take a total of 8 piercing damage minus 3, so 5, and then you take an additional 2 acid damage
Oh.
as it's starting to try to corrode your body.
So 7.
Yes, so 7 total damage.
I'm going to die, everyone.
Can you cast
And
it?
now it's the mimic's turn that has Naresh.
I better yeet this thing
And-
in half.
Again, this thing's
Oh, 'cause
just
it's
trying
not
to
verbal?
bite Naresh, but Naresh is just staying right
Brilliant.
outside of its rate. It's still stuck, but he's staying right outside of its mouth as it fails to bite Naresh. Bracket is your turn. You are still grappled.
Okay, can you do a bonus action at the beginning of your turn, correct?
Yes, you can do it.
Cool. So I'm gonna do the Channel Divinity. Vow of, what is that?
Vow of Enmity.
Yes.
Alright, on the
Which
one that
gives
you
me-
have you.
Yes.
So you now have advantage to hit him.
Thank God. That's why I did it.
So roll with advantage.
Yeah, you were out.
So 16.
It's okay. You can have it.
18.
Yay.
Alright, so you hit. So roll your normal sword damage, and then I'll let you know what to do afterwards.
Okay, what's my normal? I have
So
to
that's
go
the
to my book.
D8 plus your strength, and then plus 2 because you're dueling.
Just know that you
Four.
can cast 2 spells in this.
Plus your strength, and then
Eight.
plus 2.
8.
10.
So 10 total damage on the one you have, and now
Oh, know what? I also can do at the same time. Correct.
Divine Smite.
Yeah.
Alright.
Fuck this bitch.
So 10
That's a
and
sick.
add 2 more D8 of radiant damage.
Wow.
So you're at 10 damage right now.
3,
13,
2.
15 total damage on
That's
it.
cool.
And now roll a
Nah.
D100.
19.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Ooh.
That's just a 10.
You get the percentile and then the D10
Yeah,
as
2
well.
D10s basically.
Wow.
Nope, you get the percentile that has like 10, 20, 30, 40
Yeah.
on it,
Okay.
and then the D10. 1, 2, 3.
See, I wasn't wrong fully. I know I was missing a
Like
dice.
2 D10, yeah.
85.
85. Okay.
I know what the percentage
You actually,
is.
on the first hit, you get the additional effect of Radiant Ripper.
Awesome.
Let me just
This
get
thing
to
better
it
be
in
dead.
here.
It could be.
Radiant Ripper. So when you roll between 75 and 89, you can roll an additional 1d4 radiant damage. So a d4 added on to that.
4.
Alright. So as you guys see Bracket just stuck inside it, he's like, you know what? And just his sword just glows with radiant energy and slashes into the thing behind him. It's like making a weird gurgling sound. It did get hurt by that attack. Alright.
I hope so.
I hope.
Back
How
at the
much
top of
damage
the-
was that?
That was it. Brought it from 46 to 20.
So back to me.
Yes. So Nock back at the top of the
I get to
initiative.
take my super fun turn of shooting one arrow.
Okay.
And nothing else. 15 plus 9, 24 to
You
hit.
hit. If you're going for the one that it has Naresh, it is Hunter's marked.
Yeah. I want to do some extra damage. Okay. 11.
All right. How'd you like to kill it?
I'd like to kill it. I'd like to spear its tongue to the wall.
So its tongue just like started to wrap a little
Yeah.
bit around Naresh, and then you just hit it. It slashes through the tongue and just pulls it out and hits the back wall. You
I
hit the
chuckle.
exact health it needed to
Nice.
die, and Naresh is now freed.
I chuckle. I'm like, ha! That's the second time I've stopped something from biting you.
All right.
Nice. Thank you.
No problem.
After that, the newly freed Naresh, he's getting all the ichor and
Oh,
just
and
slimy
actually,
stuff off
on a
him.
bonus action,
Oh,
I
you can
think-
move the hunter's mark.
I
right?
think I can move it to the other one.
All right.
Oh, it says on a
can.
subsequent turn.
Subsequent turn of you
this turn.
casting it. So this, I would say you'd be able
Okay,
to do it
cool.
now. Yep.
Okay, so I'll change it to the other one.
All right, and now it
Got to
is
use my
Bracket
bonus action to
is
do something.
Naresh's turn. You are now
Naresh's turn.
You are
That's
free.
wonderful.
You are freed, but you are a little bit sticky.
Oh, so we can get rid of
Yep, that one.
That one's
That's
dead.
fine. I want to shatter the one that is attacking Bracket without attacking Bracket.
Are you,
So I'm moving this sphere to the edge of the chest.
what's the radius for shatter?
It's a 10-foot radius.
10 foot. So yeah, if you aim it over in this direction and everything, you'd be able to get it without hitting Bracket. So, is that an attack roll, or just do they need to make a save?
They make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. That is a 17 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so they're gonna take half damage.
All right. Asia's so tired. We're almost done, Asia, just after the combat.
My turn?
No,
Almost.
Nope, not yet.
We'll tell you.
You just look so cute as you sleep.
Then why would you wake her up if she looks so cute?
I know you don't. How did you just fall asleep like
So
that?
they take 7 damage.
All right, 7 damage. Anything with your bonus action?
I'm going to bardically inspire Nock.
Hey,
My third
Why am I the only one
bardic
who's never
inspiration.
vertically inspired? I'm the only one. He said it to everyone except for me.
Well, we have a couple more turns possibly.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Every single
What do you
session,
say
I'm
to
the only one.
What do you say to bardically inspire
He's
Nock?
been inspired the most.
I have been.
Thanks for preventing that thing from biting me. Help, Bracket. And then
Anytime.
just shoot finger guns at the ceiling.
Shoot finger gun.
I shoot arrows. I don't know what these are. Guns don't
All
exist.
Shut it, Yoda.
Jinrash's turn.
Oh, I'm gonna run up to
Unless
the
Brian
one
wants
that's
guns
attacking
to
him.
exist.
All right.
I'll move him,
Jinrash
Brian. You have to
moves
get up.
Hey, no worries. It's a team effort.
Booba dooba dooba doo.
All
Oh,
right.
I could have done it.
And
I have
I'm
the easiest
gonna
access.
swing my axe at him.
Roll the hit.
That's a 13.
You hit.
Okay.
It's 12 as its natural AC.
Ha!
Now I roll.
Idiot.
That's why I didn't even add the number.
12.
That's a 7. Plus strength, that's 5 or 10.
Plus your
Plus rage, so 12 damage.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Anything with your bonus action?
Can I use use the bardic inspiration, or does not do anything?
Bardic would just add
It
to
helps you
your
hit.
hit, to your
Okay.
roll to hit. So, anything
Okay.
with your bonus?
Nope.
And
All
you
right.
can use that after you roll,
Kyren,
but before you know the outcome.
Asia,
It's now
it's
your
your
turn.
turn.
Now
turn.
it's your turn. You wanna go bite it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The black bear runs up. Bracket's
I'm-
still just
I'll
in the
say-
chest.
So
I'd still
she
feel
has
ba-
40
no.
feet of movement.
Yeah, she
was
can get to
here.
the side
she
of
can
the
go
chest
to like
right there and
that.
everything. And roll to
For
hit.
fun. Plus what?
With a black bear, I don't think that'll
Probably
get
not,
to 12, so
yeah.
that does
No.
not hit. But black bears, don't they get multi-attack?
Yeah, you do get multi-attack roll.
So you can try a claw attack now.
8 plus what? That might be enough. 8
What do I add?
And
roll down. Plus 4, so 8
Oh.
plus 4 is 12.
12,
So
you
you
hit.
just hit.
Roll damage for your claw attack.
So 2d4. Yeah, 2d4 plus 2. 4.
6. So that's plus
So
2
plus
is
2
8.
is 8 damage.
8 damage.
Woo!
This chest is falling apart.
I
I
get
have
to end its
I
life,
have a
and I'm
bonus
gonna-
action,
Mm-hmm.
and my bonus action, considering I know I can do it in wild shape, can I do flame?
Flame. Casting has to be in your normal
Damn it.
form.
That's what I
Okay.
thought,
Mm.
but
You can hold concentration on spells in animal form. But
Yeah, fun fact, I can make a flame sword and then turn into an animal and still have a flame sword.
Oh, so you have to do it first and then do
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
I
But
got
I
you.
can be like a panther running around with a fucking flame sword.
Alright.
Fucking badass.
So ending your turn.
Yeah.
Alright, it is the Mimic's turn, who's gonna try to attack Bracket for a 12 to hit.
Fail.
Fail.
So it's just trying to claw. You're almost getting out. It's so torn up, it's barely holding on to you at all. And it is now Bracket's turn.
come on, Bracket.
I hope everyone knows I'm still using all my other
Kick
things. I'm gonna
its
make
ass.
this thing hit the wall.
Kick
Kill it with
its
the ass.
Go ahead, what are you
ass.
doing first?
Kick It's
On my head?
Yeah, are you using a bonus action for anything first, or are you just straight
No,
attacking?
because my other bonus action's still in effect. It has not been a minute.
All right, so roll with advantage.
Oh.
What is that after your mods?
Wait, no, my first one was a. It's a 7.
7 total.
Yeah.
It's still stuck, but you just can't get an angle on it.
God damn it! I wanted to wreck that bitch across the room.
All right, and that ends your turn. Back to Nock.
I've had some bad rolls this
Hey.
game.
Can
No,
I
no.
just eat it? Can I just eat it?
Eat it.
I have by far the most attack
Okay,
ability.
I have enough to hit, so I'm not going to use my Bardic Inspiration yet, just in
Alright.
case.
I think we did the math on our
'cause
like,
I rolled a
my max.
6
and I
plus
can do, like,
9,
40 damage in one
15.
swing.
You hit. Roll damage.
Okay.
If not
Let's
more.
see if I can kill this thing. Okay, 15.
And how would you like to kill this one?
Hey!
Nock has killed all of the main things.
Thank
Uh,
you! I appreciate you significantly more than I did prior.
Does it have, like, eyes?
Mm, 2 little like beady eyes come out of the chest.
Okay,
and
I
everything.
shoot it through its right eye.
All right, and the arrow goes straight in a few feet, and then it's just like slowly just collapses apart, and now Bracket is freed as well.
Yeah.
I am going to
Chuckle
search
again,
Thank
like,
you.
"Heh,
chest.
cool."
Chest.
And as the final chest
Oh.
breaks apart, in the middle of the two, it just appears. Just light, and then the chest just appears in that
Cool.
opening.
Can we attempt to open this chest without
Yeah.
dying? Can we attempt to open?
I would like to
Wait, I have
go
healing.
up to it
Mm-hmm.
So do
and
I.
open it.
All right, it is not locked.
I will open it.
You can open the chest. You open the chest, and inside there is 25 gold pieces, 75 silver pieces, and 150 copper pieces.
Nice.
Okay, you're gonna have to do the math to
Write
split
that down,
I guess.
and then you can distribute to the
Okay,
group at everything if
25
you want.
gold,
75 silver, and
75
150 copper.
150 copper.
And if everybody is all good,
I want to search the bodies of the mimics.
do you want to pick that up next session right from there, or do you want to do that now?
I
It
feel like
seems
I'm gonna
we're having-
forget.
Okay, I can write it down and everything to start the session that way if you would like. It seems like we have a sleepy friend over there who wants to go to bed.
I would very much like to go to bed as well.
Okay.
I'll
So-
deal with my healing issues later. I'll deal with mine.
So you guys all have your recorded health right now, and this is
Yeah.
where we will end our session right now for today.
I'll do the math tonight
Guys,
to separate the gold for
I
us.
halved my health.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm so sitting at
It's
41.
okay, we have some healing spells.
All right.
I
So-
have cure wounds. I'm gonna use them myself. I'm
Yeah,
gonna need
don't
everyone else.
use any potions yet.
So right now, just letting you all know. So
Or we can
our
take a short rest.
our member
Yeah.
Vicky is
Yes.
going on vacation tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry,
So
guys.
This week on Thursday, nothing, and then next week on Thursday, nothing. The following week when she's back, Asia goes to a concert on that week, on that Thursday. So for that week, we will probably try to figure out a day that we can do, just like today, a little day off of
What
Thursday,
week is that?
if possible. It's the first week of August, technically.
You mean the 4th to the 10th?
I mean, whenever the 8th is on Thursday, because...
So yes, I will not be in town.
Okay,
Okay.
so we'll have to wait till the following week. Natural disaster. That's our stream.
We didn't mean
But
to
hey, we
plan
got
it.
at least we got
Everything
this
with
week.
July so far has been a disaster month, getting sessions to go. Once this all cleared up with August, though, we should be all set.
Yeah,
to
through
go,
August we should be
getting
fine.
Yeah.
regular sessions in the weeks. So thank you all for attending this session. Third session, the adventure has begun, and we will catch you all up, later. I'll keep you updated on our Twitter page for when our next session is going to be. All right.
Thanks so much for watching,
See you
everyone.
later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, everyone. Transition.